The following is a product of Studio 42.
It is a big deal to make the playoffs. You know, it's win or go home situations, but I try not to make the moment too big for everybody. I'm not going to sit here and, do or die, talk it up, stuff like that. I mean, it is another game. It's huge. It's the playoffs. But, trying not to make that one game or one moment bigger than what it is.
Leonard has the football. A fumble at the 1-yard line.
Studio 42 football is brought to you by
Circle Star Quick Lube of Leonard, 360 Broadband.
MTE Fence.
Is LeCook going to run it straight up the middle? Fights through. He's in. It's touchdown time in Texas. LeCook's going to keep it up the middle. Fighting through tackles. He's off to the races. 35-40. Look out. He's to midfield. Makes a cut there. 40. Look out. 30. Down to the 25-20. 15 makes another cut. Oh, what a move. To the 5. Down at the 3-yard line. Weimer, right side. He's in. It's touchdown time in Texas. Leonard has created another turnover inside the 5. Quick pass over to Summers, and he's going to break free. 30, bye-bye. To the 10, to the 5. He strolls into the end zone. Touchdown time in Texas. Leonard, your Tigers are by-district champions 2025.
Now let's open the tailgate party and join Monty Walker.
Next week may be Thanksgiving, but tonight it's playoff football where the stakes are high as the holiday spirit. Last week, Leonard and the rest of District 7 served up a clean sweep of District 8. And now the Tigers move on to a new course. Waiting at the table tonight are the Holliday Eagles, a perennial powerhouse that's finally healthy and playing their best football just at the right time. Holliday may be an uncharacteristic 7-4, but don't let that fool you. These Eagles know how to soar in November, and the Tigers know they have an uphill climb if they want to punch a ticket to the regional championship. As families gather around the table next week, we gather around the field for a feast of hard hits, high stakes, and playoff tradition. It's the Holliday Eagles and the Leonard Tigers, and it's playoff time in Texas.
You're listening to Studio 42 Tailgate Party.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at CircleStarQuickLubeandTire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
If your home or business could talk, what would it say? It may say it would like some privacy or security. Enjoy the beauty and durability of quality fencing from MTE Fence. MTE Fence is a local company specializing in commercial and residential fencing. MTE Fence ranges from wood, aluminum, and chain link fencing. MTE Fence services all of Grayson County and surrounding areas. Go to mtefence.com or call 903-686-9039 for an estimate. MTE Fence has a passion for connection. We are your connection for quality.
At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
We're joined with Leonard head coach Justin Dozier. Sweet victory Friday night in Rockwall with a 40-14 win over Scurry-Rosser. By-district champions. Has a nice ring to it.
Absolutely. It was a fun night for the Leonard Tigers and the fan base and community and all that. Started off a little bumpy with the opening kickoff. But, like I talked to the guys after the game, we overcame some adversity. They never quit. Defense came up huge with some turnovers and stuff like that, so we were able to get the big win.
Yeah, you created the turnovers, and then like most teams, they had no answer for Jacoby LeCook. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think our defense created 2 turnovers inside the 5 as they were going in to score. And on both of those, we were able to take the ball all the way down and punch it in the end zone offensively. And, anytime that you can do that, I mean, that's just a huge momentum swing. The first one, Scurry had a little momentum. Then we created the turnover down there. And then like the first or second play, I think Jacoby busted a big one. And then the second one was towards the end of the game, and we were trying to run some clock. And then we threw one out to Zaylen, and he took it to the house. So we were able to punch both of them in.
It's been no secret that your starting interior linebackers are out. You've had to ask some young kids to step up, and they certainly did Friday night. Talk about what they were able to give you.
Yeah, they had no choice but to step up. They went in and gave everything they had, and I really think some guys around them, kind of stepped up as well. And so defense played really, really good. I told them, we bent, but we didn't break. And so, that's all you can ask of a young group like that sometimes.
I think we can now safely say with a clean sweep of District 8 that District 7 was no walk in the park.
No, I've said it for a long time. Our district is one of the toughest 3A districts in the state of Texas. And so I think that kind of prepares us for some of these good playoff teams and so forth. And so our district's tough top to bottom. So we're facing another district that had a clean sweep just like we did, and Holliday and Jacksboro and that crew over there. So it's going to be a tough matchup.
Tonight's game with Holliday is at C.H. Collins Athletic Complex in Denton. Any memories there?
Well, I've only coached at one game there. Back whenever I was coaching at Allen, we played Denton Guyer when they were in our district, and we went over there, and I just remember how small the sidelines were from the sideline to the wall. And when you got as many over 115 kids on the varsity roster and a bunch of coaches and trainers and cheerleaders. I mean, there was absolutely no room on the sideline that night. So we won't have quite as many on the sideline Thursday night at Leonard, for Leonard, but it's still going to be pretty tight. But we're used to it. Our home field right here, there's not a whole lot of room on the sideline, so we're kind of used to it.
Now, Holliday, it seems weird that they're down. I guess people say they're down. With a 7-4 record, doesn't appear down for many teams. But it appears they're healthy now, seem to be firing on all cylinders. What do you see from them?
Yeah, their record definitely doesn't indicate how good they are. They're a really, really good football team with good tradition. That's well coached. They play hard. I've told our players and coaches and everybody, don't look at their record. They went through some injuries. They've gotten a lot of those guys back, and again, they're playing in a really, really tough district as well. So, they're battle tested just like we are, and hopefully we can play well Thursday night.
You've had a lot of experience in big playoff games, some of the biggest. How do you translate that and inject that into your team?
It is a big deal to make the playoffs. It's win or go home situations, but I try not to make the moment too big for everybody. I'm not going to sit here and, do or die, talk it up, stuff like that. It is another game. It's huge. It's the playoffs. But, trying not to make that one game or one moment bigger than what it is, and our players are used to it as well. Most of our guys play multiple sports, and they made the playoffs, and they've been in pressure situations, and so they kind of know how to handle it just from basketball or even baseball last year, stuff like that. So
that's Leonard Tiger head coach Justin Dozier. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at CircleStarQuickLubeandTire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
If your home or business could talk, what would it say? It may say it would like some privacy or security. Enjoy the beauty and durability of quality fencing from MTE Fence. MTE Fence is a local company specializing in commercial and residential fencing. MTE Fence ranges from wood, aluminum, and chain link fencing. MTE Fence services all of Grayson County and surrounding areas. Go to mtefence.com or call 903-686-9039 for an estimate. MTE Fence has a passion for connection. We are your connection for quality.
At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's a high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
You've been listening to Studio 42 Tailgate Party. Football time in Texas is just moments away. Now, with the call of the game, here's Monty Walker.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to C.H. Collins Athletic Field here in Denton, Texas. Monty Walker along with Ed Meacham and Malin Walker. Tonight, it's an area championship round. It's the Leonard Tigers and the Holliday Eagles. Holliday been here. They've been here a lot, Ed. Some say they're down because they have a 7-4 record, but it was a lot of injuries, and they have one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas, along with Leonard's district, 7. But tonight, it's going to be a clash. Ought to be a good football game.
I think it'll be a great football game. You've got two incredible quarterbacks. Of course, we'll talk about those two guys in length. But, oh, my goodness, 7-4 and your program's down. That tells you exactly what this Holliday team does year after year. They sniff the playoffs sometimes 2-3 rounds deep.
Yeah, they do. It's raining, and we'll bring in Malin Walker to give us the atmosphere. The conditions here doesn't look great right now. Malin, what do you got?
Well, here in Denton, Texas, it'll be around 65 around to this football game. What's interesting to note is that it is raining, but the rain will stop. That is good news. The rain will stop around the start of the third quarter. We're projecting right now. You'll notice that wind is not a factor. The rain is falling straight down. It's not raining particularly hard, but it certainly is not drizzling as well. So we'll see what happens tonight.
That could be a factor for obviously both teams, but especially Holliday. They love to throw the football. Leonard, on the other hand, they like to keep it on the ground, which sounds strange. I mean, they're a balanced offense, but with Jacoby LeCook, the starting quarterback, he has 1,559 yards rushing from the quarterback position and 26 touchdowns on the ground. I think it would affect Leonard less, one would think, but also Landon Jones on the flip side also has rushed 113 times for 876 yards and 15 touchdowns. So not quite the numbers that LeCook has on the ground, but obviously nothing to look over.
Yeah, I mean, both, again, great quarterback play, especially with Leonard, with LeCook. Look, a week ago, okay, I know that these were unofficial numbers, but a week ago, Monty, we had them for, this is like seasons numbers, so bear with me. 468 total yards of offense, and the Dallas Morning News had them at 480, just 480.
Yeah.
4 on the ground, 1 in the air, so he accounted for almost 90% of the offense.
Yeah, that's what you get with the Leonard Tigers. It's been that way for 4 years now. He's a 4-year starter at the quarterback position. Let's go ahead and give you your starting offense for the Leonard Tigers. Up front, the left tackle, Kelton Baker, he's a senior. The left guard is Gavin Stone, the junior. The center is Tucker Martin, a senior. And the right guard, Houston Beebe, he's a junior. The right tackle, Tate Martin, a senior. Your wideouts tonight, Justice Foster, 20 catches for 319 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's an average of 16.2 per catch. On the flip side is Blaze Kincaid, 34 catches, 439 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's an average of 12.1 per catch. Slot receiver, and this is LeCook's favorite receiver, statistic-wise anyway, Zaylen Summers, 63 catches, 913 yards, and 9 touchdowns through the air. On the ground, 8 carries for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. So that's 14.5 yards per catch for Zaylen Summers. Your halfback or H-back rather / tight end is Alan Cass. 19 catches, 337 yards and 1 touchdown. That's 17.7 yards per catch from your tight end. I'm sure you love that, Ed Meacham.
I do.
And your slot back. I guess he's your tailback at times, but he'll catch the ball out of the backfield. He's caught 24 passes for 199 yards, 1 touchdown. That's an average of 8.3 per catch. He's also rushed 25 times for 41 yards on the ground. That's 3 touchdowns on the ground. He had one last week against Scurry Rosser. But the man of the hour is quarterback Jacoby LeCook. He's a senior. 169 out of 264 passing, 11 interceptions, 2,254 yards through the air, 17 touchdowns. He completes 64% of his passes. As we mentioned earlier, 128 rushes for 1,559 yards and 26 touchdowns on the ground. That's 12.7 yards per carry on the ground. They start 7 seniors, 4 juniors on offense. The head coach is Justin Dozier, 25 and 19. He's the former OC at Sherman and previously at Allen. He's originally a White Right Tiger, graduated high school there. Went to Sam Houston State, graduated there, began his coaching career at Allen at junior high for 3 years, moved up to high school. They were state champions in 2008. Dozier went to Waco Midway, where they lost the state championship in 2011. He was the OC at Van Alstyne for 2 years, and then back to Allen in 2016 for 5 years. They were the state champs in 2007. And the offensive coordinator is Chris Brown.
Well, let's take a look at that defense, because tonight that defense of the Eagles have got their hand full. The ends are going to be Dre and Neal, and the big boys in the middle plugging up that 4-3 front is going to be Rahan and Davis. Linebackers, Lonnie, pretty darn good. Here you go. You've got this kid, Cash Kirkland, leader arguably on that defense, 105 tackles on the season, and he's the playmaker on that defensive side. Faulkner and Hayes, 2 very good linebackers. Keep an eye on Hayes tonight, the nickel. And of course the corners are going to be Harrison and Jones, followed by the safeties are going to be another Harrison Crew and Landon Jones.
Whether you're a coach, player, or fan, we invite you to uphold the 3 pillars.
Your starting defense for the Leonard Tigers up front will be Lath Reynolds, a senior. Defensive tackle Dallas Massey, he's a junior. The nose tackle Houston Beebe, he's a junior. Defensive tackle Kelton Baker, a senior, and outside linebacker Alan Cass, who's a senior. Your inside backers, that's been the challenge because R.W. Damesworth and Daniel Estelo are out with injuries. Insert Jaden Bush, a sophomore, played JV all year. And also you'll see a lot of Joseph Howell, the freshman, and Tate Martin at times, the senior at the inside linebacker position. Corners tonight, Luke Weimer, the junior, and Zaylen Summers, the senior. And your safeties are Jacoby LeCook, a senior, and Blaze Kincaid, a junior.
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, the Eagles, we talked a little bit about Landon Jones. Just a sophomore, does not act or play like a sophomore, having an amazing year. On the ground, I think you had mentioned earlier, 876 yards for those 15 touchdown, but through the air, he's getting it done as well. 107 for out of 180 with the 5 interceptions, 1,600 yards, 33 total touchdowns for this quarterback. And then the big boys up front. Not that I don't like quarterbacks, by the way, because you know I do, as long as you're throwing it to 81. The big tackles shoring up that old line. You have Neal and Bishop. The inside guys are the guards, Rahan and Davis. And, of course, Colby Joe Davis is your big old center snapping the ball. And then in your receiving core, and this is a good core, Jalen Whitley, 19 receptions on the season, but keep an eye on Ty Harrison, 30 receptions this year with the 8 touchdowns. And, of course, in the backfield, you'll have Jones, who will move around a little bit, 32 receptions on the year, followed by Hamill and the slot, Owen Hayes. Owen Hayes, by the way, Monty, I'm going to tell you, all-purpose yard leader on this Eagle team, with well over 1,700 yards.
You talked about their halfback, Braden Hamill has been injured at times, didn't play a week ago. We may or may not see him. He is suited out, but we may see a lot of Paxton Peps for Holliday. He's a sophomore, 35 carries for 144 yards on the season, and 1 touchdown. He's also caught 7 balls for 62 yards and a touchdown. Your defensive coordinator for Leonard is Matt Bush. Your offensive coordinator for the Eagles of Holliday is Reagan Krim. They are led by head coach Kyle Atwood, who's 18-7. He replaced Frank Johnson, who retired. Johnson was 88-36 over 10 years. Atwood spent 6 years at Alice. His hometown is Muleshoe. His career began at Alice in 2007, went 12-1, 7-0 in district in 2008, best season there. And in 2012, he went to Grape Creek for 5 years. And in 2017, returned to Alice before taking the job at Holliday in 2023.
Should be a dandy. You got two very good football teams, both teams 7-4. Defensively, they're giving up about the same numbers, about 30 a game. But offensively, this Holliday team is pretty high-octane offense, about 45, 46 yards, or excuse me, points per game.
Yeah, 501 total points for Holliday on the season, 396 for Leonard. But as you mentioned, pretty similar on the defensive side of the ball. Leonard's given up 334 points. Holliday's given up 356. Both come out of powerhouse districts. And both districts swept the other one a week ago. So it's District 7 versus 5, basically. So, Jacksboro plays here tomorrow night against Blue Ridge.
Watch out for Blue Ridge, I keep telling you.
And the winner of that game will face the winner of this game, and it could very well be right here. We don't know, but we'll try to find out. The captains are on the field, and Leonard will be moving from our right to left as we start this football game. I did not get a chance to see who won the toss.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at it now. Sometimes before the playoffs, sometimes that's predetermined. But it looks like Leonard did win the coin toss. Let's see what the officials give us.
Yeah, no indication as the players are still out there. We do know that Leonard's backs are to the scoreboard. And Leonard has won the toss. They've elected to defer to the second half, and Holliday will get the football first. They'll be moving left to right to start this football game here any minute now. We have some video tonight, not on our end, unfortunately, but here at the stadium, I guess we will see some instant replays and things like that.
Does this bring back any memories? I hope they were fond memories.
The last time we were here together to do a game was 16 years ago. We did an absolute classic of high school football in 2009. It was the Denison Yellow Jackets and Aledo Bearcats in the state semifinal game. Whoever won that game went to the state championship. It was tied at the half. You and I got to do that game. Jonathan Gray for Aledo took over this game in the second half, and they went on to the state championship game.
And they, that began that very long run, which they pretty much have sustained all these 16 years. Jonathan Gray, in my opinion, one of the best running backs I'd ever seen. But the quarterback, Michael Bishop, had a big day also. And like you said, Aledo went on to play Brenham, and it was they ran away with that. I think the winner of that game, irregardless if it was Denison, of course, Aledo became state champions.
I just hope when I'm 85 years old, I have the same memory that you do.
I'll be looking down, brother, when you're 85.
It is only a few years older than me. Hey.
Well, back, in 09, a little less gray hair.
A little less gray for both of us.
Yeah, so I got less hair.
A little less weight for me.
No, a little bit more weight, a little less hair on me. The thing about it, I don't mind it turning gray. Just don't want it to turn blue.
Yeah, I hear you there. Both teams have made it through their tunnel. Holliday is in all red tonight. Red tops, red pants, red helmets. And they have the same logo on their helmet as you see on the screen. Leonard tonight in white tops, blue bottoms. The blue numerals outlined in gold, white helmets. And Holliday doing some stretching, praying in the end zone. And I think we're just about ready to get underway here at Collins Athletic Facility. Collins Athletic Stadium?
Complex, yeah.
Complex.
It's beautiful.
Complex. You're giving me a complex.
Well, the place actually holds a little over 12,000. It was built about 18 years ago, and it's magnificent. It's home to 3 of the Denton teams here in this community.
Well, I hope that more people will show up to see this great football game. Right now, not a great showing by either side.
Nah, and you know, earlier in the day, the whole North Texas area just had a deluge of water. Malin had given us our forecast, and I think as this game begins and gets towards the half, I think the weather clears out. I don't know that weather should be a factor, maybe in the first half.
Yeah, I think maybe in the first half. Malin indicated about the start of the third quarter should be getting a break from the rain at least. And when we got here, they said that it was under a lightning delay. I'm like, how can we be in a delay? We haven't even started yet. And they said, well, we think everything's going to be on time. But right now, it's a delay. So
yeah, I think it's going to go as advertised. It's going to be a great game, and we're just minutes away from the kick.
Still waiting. I don't know whether we're in a TV timeout or not, Ed. Both teams taking their time, and now here we go. I think we're ready for the national anthem, as both teams will face the flag towards the scoreboard, which is on the south end of this stadium, which runs north and south. Overlooking, what is that, the loop over there?
288, I think, in Denton. Yep, and of course, just
to
down
our
the
right.
road, you got, of course, the mean green of North Texas, and then, of course, Texas Women University here. You got 2 fine universities in the city of Denton.
This stadium hosts Denton Geyer, Denton Ryan, and Old Denton High.
There's 3 of them. Then you have Braswell now.
And Denton Braswell.
So you got 4 different teams, and a lot of these bigger towns are going to a facility that will be able to be shared among those 2. I mean, you think about Frisco now. How many schools? 13? Oh, my gosh,
that's
13.
insane.
And they have 3 or 4 stadiums that they have to rotate through.
Think about this. I was doing McKinney back in 2004 to 2008, and I remember when they brought Frisco Centennial on. That was the second school in Frisco, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, Frisco has 2 schools.
And the reason they got more is because they had those ugly red, white, and blue uniforms. Centennial. Back at the Ron Poe Stadium in McKinney. And now, of course, they've got that amazing facility that McKinney High is sharing with those schools.
Absolutely. It's a gorgeous facility. The players are getting a little restless, still waiting, standing facing the flag, and no indication that we're ready. I don't know what we're waiting on. Maybe are they waiting on the band? The band is down there. Holliday's band, who I would imagine would be performing the national anthem.
Yeah, we're about 3 minutes to kick, and normally national anthem has been played. So here we go.
Please rise as you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America and the brave men and women who serve to protect our freedoms, both at home and around the world, with the playing of our national anthem, performed tonight by the Holliday Band.
And with that, Ed Meacham, it is playoff time in Texas. Leonard and Holliday area championship, both teams 7-4. This one is going to be a classic.
It's going to be a great game.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it.
Yeah, again, a couple of the keys to this game tonight. You got to say that Leonard just has to keep the ball in their possession. Time of possession will be critical tonight. If you can stay on the field and make them play defense, they have an opportunity to win this ball game in advance.
Malin, what's your keys to the game tonight?
I'd kind of like to add to that is the turnover battle. Listen, 9 times out of 9, if you win the turnover battle, good things will happen. Take Leonard as example. Last week, the first play of the game, they lost it on the kickoff. Scurry roster went up. They ended up fighting back, winning the turnover battle, and subsequently winning the game.
Yeah, I think my key to the game tonight for Leonard is going to have to be able to create pressure on Landon Jones, Holliday's quarterback, who has thrown for 1,644 yards and 18 touchdowns. You make your secondary better when you can create pressure. And I think for Leonard, they're going to have to look to do that tonight. Here's the kick by Leonard. It's going to be a deep, somewhat deep, taken at the 19-yard line, coming up the right hash, brought down at the 36-yard line, and that's where Holliday will start this football game, moving left to right.
Ball was kicked a little bit short, just to pass the 30-yard line, and it was number 24, Paxton Peeps, with the return. They set that first play of the ball game at about the 42-yard line.
So let me get everything turned around here the way I want it. And they'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line. It'll be Landon Jones in the pistol look, and it will be Hamill behind him. Hamill will get the carry on play number 1. 6-1 defender. Heading to the 40, looking for a block from his outside wide receiver, gets it first down into Leonard territory at the 45-yard line.
We weren't sure if we were going to see this running back tonight, but he's in the ball game. Braden Hamill, extremely good football player, all-purpose yards again, but there is a flag, and I think this is coming back.
It is. It's a hold, and they'll move it back 10 yards. So instead of getting a first down and a big run on play number 1, Holliday is going to be pushed back 10 yards all the way to they'll spot it at the 27-yard line.
Well, he bounces off one of the defenders of the Leonard Tigers. They had him in the backfield, but again, we've heard so much about this running back a week ago, not in the contest, but he's out here tonight.
Harrison split out wide to the right. Hayes in the slot. First play here is a great defensive play up front. Alan Cass was in the backfield almost as soon as Landon Jones got the football.
Kind of wonder if he knew the play, because he just blew past the right tackle and he was right in the face of the quarterback Jones for a big loss.
Loss of 5, back to the 22-yard line. Jones is going to keep it himself up the middle. Darting defenders, slung down by Zaylen Summers at the 25-yard line. It's going to be third and very, very long. Might have to get to the loop in order to pick up this first down.
Well, you hope that these young linebackers, remember, they have been called in to do a lot of duty with the injuries to the starting 2 linebackers, but they are out of the play, and there is number 8, my favorite guy, in on the play.
3rd and 19. Landon Jones wants to throw deep over the middle, going to be caught near a first down. I think he has it at the 48-yard line. On the catch will be Hayes. Owen Hayes came in tonight with 24 catches for 373 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Well,
that's a big one.
It is, and you were talking about putting the pressure on the quarterback Jones. We'll get to that in a moment.
Here's a handoff, and maybe about 3 or 4 yards on the carry, and that again is Hamill.
Well, you just can't give the quarterback Landon Jones a lot of time. Previous play, he sat back in that pocket and there was no pressure. You've got to make this young quarterback made errant throws, and it was easy pickup for the first down.
2nd down and 8 for Holliday. First possession fakes the hand, throws it over, and I think someone on the defensive line of Leonard got a paw on that ball and knocked it away.
Yeah, it was number 18, and that was Lathan Reynolds, and he got his hands up, and as an outside defensive end, if you get some penetration towards that quarterback and see him set his feet and you're not to him, get those hands up. Worked out well for number 18 on the play.
10:02 on the clock here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 7 for Holliday. Jones drops back 3 steps, sets up the screen, coming across the middle, caught 50, 45, 40 down the sidelines. He's gone. 20, 10. That's Drake Jones.
49 yards.
All the way for a 49-yard touchdown. They open the scoring here in Denton. 9:51 on the clock, and they lead 6-0 over Leonard.
Yeah, this was a delayed route. The running back Jones, not sure if they're related or not. They sure look like it. The senior Jones just sat there, found a little bit of a cushion between the linebackers and the up front man, and you saw the blocking down the field, and nobody got a hand on this running back. Touchdown, first score of the game for the Eagles.
Swinging gate for Holliday. They'll snap it back to Drake Jones, who throws it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's caught by Harrison. Holliday leads 8-0 with 9:51 left to go in the first. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
The kickoff is going to be a squib kick over the middle, fielded by Lathan Reynolds, and Leonard will have fairly good field position from their own 36-yard line. It was a 6-play, 63-yard drive for Holliday, and it was capped off by a Landon Jones to Drake Jones touchdown of 49 yards. Drake Jones threw a 2-point conversion, and that brings us our score 8-0 with 9:48 on the clock here in quarter number 1 from Denton.
Much like a week ago, Leonard now just has to answer. If you remember, just a week ago, they muffed the opening kickoff. Scurry scored. Leonard answered. Let's see what they do with this first possession.
Weimer in the backfield. LeCook fakes it to him. He's going to run to the right side 40, looking for a block. Gets it by Kincaid for a moment, and that springs LeCook out to the 45-yard line. A good run on first down.
Yeah, great run. And again, give credit to where it's due. The outside receivers did a very good job of blocking. In the old days, we called it stock blocking, but they got hands on the defenders, allowing LeCook to get about 8, maybe 9 on the play.
2nd down and 1. Malin, is this where you go for the home run ball?
I mean, certainly 2nd and 1, just why not go for it?
This could be one of those free type plays. We'll see what they end up doing. Weimer goes out of the backfield. LeCook wants to throw down the field, in and out of the hands, and almost intercepted. Alan Cass was the intended receiver on the left seam, but it went right over his head and through his hands.
Yeah, the ball just sailed a little bit on LeCook and just out of the outstretched hands, and was not able to get it. Good thing it wasn't picked off, because it was almost landed in the hands of a Eagle defender.
Remember, you're dealing with a wet ball right now, and that ball could have sailed on LeCook just a little bit. It's 3rd down and 1 now. 9:03 on the clock. Leonard trails 8-0. First possession, LeCook's going to keep it over right guard, spins out of one tackle, spins out of another tackle to the 50. Finally dropped down on the Holliday side of the field at the 47-yard line. Probably one of the greatest 6-yard runs I've ever seen.
Well, they had him in jail, and as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, there was just nothing there. So he ran to daylight, spun out of a couple of tackles, and picks up about 3 or 4 additional yards, carrying about 3 or 4 red jerseys with him.
From the 46 on their side to the 47 of Holliday. Leonard now looks to the sideline, which is the far side. LeCook barks to the offensive line, steps back. He's going to run it to the left side. And right there quickly was the defensive lineman who made a great play on the edge. And that was...
Yeah, it was Cannon Faulkner, the linebacker. And look, he read it. He read his the gap protection, of course, is what he has to look at. He looks at those indicators, and he sees that there's an opening, and it's a quarterback carry all the way. Shoots through that A-gap and lose about maybe a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
Back to the 49-yard line. On the Holliday side of the field, Weimer goes out of the backfield to the right side. LeCook looks that way, now deep down the field for Summers, and it's incomplete. He overthrew everyone. It was Landon Jones who was in coverage, who has a quite substantial height advantage over Zaylen Summers.
Yeah, Zaylen Summers, he may be a little bit shorter, but he plays like a giant on the field. Of course, just a week ago, what a ball game. 9 receptions, 175 yards, and that touchdown. You got to get this playmaker involved in the offense.
3rd down and 12 for Leonard on their opening possession. 8:16 on the clock. Moving right to left from our vantage point. Man in motion is Summers from left to right. LeCook drops back 3 steps, looking over the middle, in trouble, hit, and he's going to be dropped at the 41-yard line. A big loss there, and LeCook loses his helmet.
Well, there was a lot of pressure up front. That old lineman, hey, you got to reestablish the line of scrimmage, but this time in pass protection, the old lineman take a step backwards and try to create a pocket. The pocket, just nothing there. Couldn't even get flushed out, and the defender's right there for a big loss. 4th down, they're going to have to kick this away.
So LeCook will a timeout apparently has been called. We'll take 1-2. 8-0, Holliday in the lead over Leonard with 8:07 left to go in the first. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
LeCook goes back to punt this one away from his own 27-yard line. It's a good punt. Bounces up to Drake Jones, who's going to take it at the 16-yard line. Coming near side, brought down immediately. A great tackle by Maddox Underwood. And Holliday will start from their own 19-yard line.
It was a good punt. It was kind of a low directional type punt. But the up man, which was number 14, Brady Jones, tries to get a little bit of positive yards, but nothing doing. The coverage team right there, Maddox applies the hit, and it will set up their second possession of the ball game at about the 18.
Thank you. My apologies to Holliday fans who may be listening. I think I've called him Drake Jones a couple of times so far in this football game. It is, in fact, Brady Jones. 1st and 10, left to right goes Holliday. Quick pass out to the right side and dropped. Looking for Hayes on the right side, and it just went in and out of his hands, and he had some room to run had he been able to haul that in.
Well, I think much like what what Leonard does, they use their running backs out in the flat, just an extension of the run game, and I think you're going to see an awful lot of that tonight as well with Holliday utilizing their running backs.
Brady Jones, Hayes left side. Here's a screen pass out of the backfield to Hamill, and he drops it too. Malin, this could be a result of a wet ball and the rain coming down on these drop passes.
That's certainly true, and it's not going to get any better. The rain may stop in the third quarter, but that ball is going to stay wet the duration of this game.
Yeah, well, your MVP might be the ball guy, you know, on the sidelines with a towel. Keep the towel dry.
7:47 on the clock here in the first quarter. Holliday leads 8-0. They scored on a Landon Jones to Brady Jones 49-yard touchdown pass. 3rd down and 10 here for Holliday. Handoff on a cross buck. This is going to be Hamill, and he's going to break several tackles for a first down run past the 30, still going out to the 34-yard line. Now that's the second time Holliday's been able to pick up a very key 3rd down.
You bet. You know, 2 for 2 on 3rd. Of course, last possession was the big play, the screen to the running back. They had the running back bottled up in the backfield, and look, you can't just tackle a guy like that up top. You got to get the legs and wrap up and bring him to the mat.
2 receivers to either side. Quick pass out to the right. Hayes makes the catch this time. Down the sidelines, pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line by Jacoby LeCook. But that's another first down, and Holliday's on the move with 7:13 left to go in the first.
Going right to their playmaker, that's Owen Hayes. He's the leader with all-purpose yards. Not only does he receive the football, he does a lot of duty on special teams. Good player getting the ball to their playmaker.
Harrison down at the bottom, but this is going to be a handoff to Hamill. Breaks through to the 50. Finally brought down on the Leonard side of the field at the 41-yard line. Blaze Kincaid makes the tackle, but it's back-to-back-to-back first down.
Yeah, you know, the defenders, the corners especially, they have got to fight off those blocks on the edge. Right now, the Eagles are getting anything they want on the perimeter, and they, you know, on the defensive side, you've got to get rid of that block and get to the ball carrier.
We hit the 7-minute mark in the first. Landon Jones, handoff to Brady Jones. Escapes one defender. Flag is down at the 35-yard line, and so is Brady James as LeCook makes the tackle. It would have been about an 8-yard gain, but it's coming back.
Well, you saw it a couple of carries ago. This is a good running back, Brady Jones, and he does a lot of spinning out of tackles and finds positive yards. I believe this is coming back, and yes, it is. It's a hold again on the Eagles.
Surely I didn't call him Brady James there, because that's on my tongue now, too.
You did good, and they knew. That you said number 14, the Eagle faithful, if they're listening, they knew exactly who you're talking about.
6:50 on the clock. We're in quarter number 1 from Denton's Collins Athletic Complex, where Holliday leads 8-0. They're pushed back on their own side of the field here after the penalty at the 49-yard line. They'll send 3 receivers out to the left, including Jones, Hayes, and also Whitley, Jaden Whitley. So that means it's Harrison by himself at the bottom. Handoff, Hamill again left side, big gaping hole to the 50, trying to find the edge, does at the 45, pushed out of bounds right at the original line of scrimmage, which was the 41-yard line. But they spot him just shy at the 42, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11, I believe. 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, Hamill gets back those 10 yards or a little bit more, but once again on the edge, those corners and safeties, if the safeties are coming up, you just got to get off those blocks and get to the ball carrier.
2nd down and 11. 6:26 on the clock. Jones snaps, drops back, wants to throw, right side. Zayden Summers makes the interception at the 18-yard line, and Leonard has it go their way. Malin, you talked about turnovers being a key to this football game. There's your first one.
There it is, and what Leonard has to do is make this turnover mean something. They have to put this turnover into the end zone.
Summers, that was he was basically playing center field there. All he had to do is go up and catch it.
Yeah, if you're going to throw that pass, why not throw it to the best receiver on the other team, and that's Summers. And he comes down with a very good opportunistic pick. It'll give the Tigers the ball at about their own 19-yard line, and like Malin said, now it's time, second possession, you've got to answer.
And trailing 8-0 with 6:19 on the clock here in the first. Lots of time left in this football game. we've just begun to dance tonight. LeCook in the gun. Weimer stands to his left. Fakes it to Weimer, throwing it out right. All alone as Alan Cass makes the catch. He's up to the 30, a first down. Tries to escape a last tackle before he goes out of bounds, but they'll mark him out at the 33-yard line, but that is a first down.
I think it's a great play call on first down. LeCook takes the snap, and he gets the ball out very quickly to his receiver, allows him to get in open space, and picks up that first down.
And does a little play action to Weimer right before the quick pass. Two receivers either side. LeCook wants to throw again, looking right side. Again, there's Summers. Couldn't hang on to it right at the first down marker. Had it in his hands, and I think we're having some serious wet ball issues tonight.
Could be, yeah. And as a receiver, you got to look the ball into your hands and tuck it away before you try to go downfield and get yards. And I think it's a combination of both. The ball's probably a little bit slick there. And if that's the case, goes against everything I believe in. Catch the ball inside the body just a little bit.
Second down and 10 for Leonard at their own 33-yard line. Weimer goes in motion out of the backfield to the left. LeCook kicks it to the right, and he's going to be hammered right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there.
Nothing there, Monty. Number 52, Heston Davis, in on the play, and he snuffed it out so quickly. Knew it was quarterback carry. Of course, if you're scouting these teams as they do, you know that LeCook is going to get the lion's share of the carries to rush the ball.
Well, you said over 90% of the plays end up in his hands.
Indeed they do, and it's not going to be any different tonight, but I think that they have to go to the air here.
Three receivers down at the bottom as Leonard moves right to left. Two receivers up top. Quick pass out near side, going to be caught, looking for a block, gets it 35, slips down at the 38-yard line. I think for a moment, Justin Foster, the receiver, could have had the first down, but maybe the wet turf got him.
Yeah, turf monster got him, and we're looking at the replay on their beautiful scoreboard, and indeed he tried to make a cut inside and he slips, and they come up about 3 yards short. They're going to have to kick this away again.
A promising drive ends in a punt from the 39-yard line.
You just hope now that LeCook gets a clean kick out of this. Last time there was a lot of pressure coming up. The guys up front got to do a good job of trying to close in that gap so LeCook gets off a clean punt.
4th down and 4. He'll back up to the 24-yard line to punt this one away. Snap is good, and the punt is a high wobbly kick. Going to be caught by Brady Jones at the 25-yard line. Spins out of one tackle, dances out of another, tries to fight through another. Finally brought down at the 32-yard line.
Brady Jones on the return.
And it was Blaze Kincaid who finally brought him down.
Blaze Kincaid.
But starting with fairly decent field position will be Holliday from their own 33-yard line.
Boy, quality player, number 14. We're talking about Brady Jones again. Returns that, but I counted them. 5 missed tackles by the Tigers. You have got to wrap up if you're trying to make a play. Don't rely on the highlight hit. Wrap up, bring them to the mat.
Whitley goes split out wide left. On Holliday's third possession of this football game, there's 4:19 on the clock. 2 men in the backfield straddle Jones, and he'll hand off coming near side. And again, that's Collins. Breaks out of another, Hamill rather, breaks out of 2 tackles. First down run on the Leonard side of the field to the 47-yard line.
Well, we weren't sure if the running back, Braden Hamill was going to be a part of this contest tonight. He sat out a week ago, but tonight, boy, is he getting some big yardage every single carry. And again, missed tackles. You gotta find a way to get these running backs down.
1st and 10 for Holliday, left to right. Jones is going to keep it himself over left tackle, bounces it out, 45-40, 35. Struck down from behind at the 24-yard line.
Monty, just from the point of attack, we're talking about up front, those O-linemen, and they look good. I mean, they don't look like 3A linemen. These are big boys up front, and they're doing a good job at the point of attack, allowing the running back, and now at this point, the quarterback, Jones, to get outside the edge, and it was a huge gain. Is that coming back, though? That's what we're looking at.
There is a flag down at the 42-yard line indicating a hold. Give Kelton Baker a lot of credit there. The defensive tackle ran all the way down the field to make the tackle on Landon Jones, but it's coming back, and it'll be first down and 15 for the Holliday Eagles as they'll spot it at the 48-yard line.
Third penalty on the evening, and we're just in the first quarter still on the Eagles.
Snap back to Jones, is going to keep it on the right side. Comes to the 45, cuts, and spins out of a tackle. Finally brought down on the Leonard side of the field. He'll be brought down by Dallas Massey at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of shoulder pads tackling going on, a lot of high hits. And again, just watching these replays, these defenders are trying to wrap up right around the shoulder pads. You got to bring the legs of the running back, take it away from those runners. Good nifty run on the play, just about a yard on the carry.
Second down and 11. We're under 3 minutes in the first. Handoff near side, Hamill. He'll have his legs cut out from underneath him by Blaze Kincaid after a gain of maybe a yard or two to the 45-yard line.
Well, as a defensive coordinator, I think that Leonard's got to start talking about trying to set the edge. We haven't seen the Eagles really run between the tackles yet tonight. Everything has been on the edge. And I got to tell you, the Tigers got to take care of the edge now.
They definitely haven't run really between the guard center. They've run around the tackles and where a tight end might be.
Yeah, well, you've got a three-man front, so you got to start thinking about bringing those linebackers up a little.
Paxton Peps into the game at tailback. Landon Jones drops back 3 steps, looks right, fires right. It's going to be caught, but I don't think he got out of his foot in bounds. They'll say he was out. It was Harrison who made the catch, but he obviously did not come down in bounds as we had a great look at it.
Well, it looked, if you look at it first glance, it looks like he's in, but he's not, because the first foot does step out of bounds when he does receive that ball. Even though he did drag the second foot, first foot out of bounds. Now it's going to be the first punt of the evening for Holliday.
Crew Harrison will drop back to his own 44-yard line, right-footed punter. Snap is back right to him, and the kick is a short, wobbly kick and about to the 25. Take a little bit of a Holliday roll down to the 20-yard line. And the Leonard Tigers will take over there with their third possession of the night with 1:56 left to go in the first quarter. 8-0 this football game.
One of the keys that we talked about before the contest is that time of possession will be so important for the Tigers tonight. And 2 possessions, I mean, they're moving the ball a little bit down the field, but they're unable to get past the mid-stripe line. Right now, you've got to put together a long, sustaining drive, and that does something to a defense when you're pushing them back towards their own goal line.
Holliday scored on their opening possession, threw an interception to Summers on their second possession, and then punted. So things are getting better for the Leonard Tigers as this game goes along. LeCook's going to run it to the left side of the offensive line. Has the 20, find the sidelines to the 30, a first down run before he's finally hit out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Best run of the evening for the Tigers. Nice blocking again on the perimeter, was able to elude somebody, one of the linebackers coming through, but you just see the athleticism of LeCook. He's able to get about 12, maybe 13 on the play.
First and 10 for Leonard as LeCook barks to the offensive line, drops back in shotgun. Weimer to his right, Allen Cass the H-back. Snap back, it's low, but LeCook digs it out, fires it on the run, and he short hops his receiver Kincaid. It falls incomplete on what would have been about a 3 or 4 yard gain, but Kincaid made a valiant effort to go down and dive for it, but couldn't come up with it.
Well, you see the pressure. They roll the pocket, which is smart, right-handed. And unfortunately, LeCook doesn't set his feet because of that pressure. If he's able to get that ball to his intended receiver, I think you see some really good positive yards on the play.
Second down and 10 as Leonard comes to the line of scrimmage after a sugar huddle. 2 receivers either side. Weimer to the left side of LeCook in the gun. Handoff, Weimer, nope. Play action. Caught by Foster down the sidelines, hit in the mouth at the 39-yard line. Pushed out of bounds, not enough for a first, about 4 yards shy.
Ball's just out very quickly. 1 step, ball's out, hit your intended receiver. Or of course, we're talking about Foster. Foster only gets about 4 or 5 yards on the play three red defenders right there to make the stop.
Big 3rd down and 4 here for Leonard. Need to convert early in this football game, down 8-0 with 1:13 and rolling here in the first. Man in motion is Summers. They fake it to him. LeCook's going to keep it around the right edge, fighting for yardage. He's a yard shy of the first down. Decision time, Ed Meacham?
I think it's playoff time. I say yes, but that's why I'm not offensive coordinator or head coach.
It's going to be 4th and 1 at your own 43-yard line.
I like their chances. I mean, look, LeCook is, the yardage that he gets. Very rare that you stop LeCook for negative yardage on the play. I like the opportunity. I say go for it.
If you're going to put it in anybody's hands, it's going to be LeCook's here. Everybody in the stadium knows it. And they're going for it on 4th and 1 from their own 43-yard line. Snap back to LeCook, right side of the offensive line. May have the first down. He's right at it. I think he's going to get a great spot, and it's a first down.
I believe so. He tried to do a little bit too much, but in those situations, you just got to get upfield, know where the first down markers are, but luckily he does get it. Now, the other thing I wanted to keep an eye on is ball control and protection. That football is hanging out there like a loaf of bread. You got to tuck it away.
That's the end of the first quarter. 8-0 Holliday leads. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Welcome back. Second quarter time in Denton as the Holliday Eagles lead the Leonard Tigers 8-0. Leonard will have the ball at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10, now moving left to right. And I have just been told that I have not updated the scoreboard, and I'll do that now. Man goes in motion as Summers. Drop back, LeCook throws wide open down the field. Allen Cass makes the catch at the 30-yard line and drug down there at the 27.
Well, I like the way that play was designed. They run the receivers into fly patterns, making the linebackers and everybody else look downfield, and they sneak Cass out from his halfback position, wide open on their own sidelines. Huge gain on the play.
Cass gets up a little shaken up, but he stays in the game. He's bending over from the waist down, but he'll stay in. A little sugar huddle, even if you call that. 1st and 10, left to right. 11:28 left to go in the second quarter. LeCook drops back 3 steps, hammering it deep down in the field, looking for Summers in the end zone, but there's a flag down near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's usually right around where holding is, but I like the call to take a shot downfield, stretch the field a little bit, because the defense right now is crowding the line of scrimmage to take away those running lanes for LeCook. I like the call to go downfield.
Your officials for tonight's game: referee Joel Williams, the umpire Jeffrey Sims Jr., the head linesman Ross Manfrey, the line judge is Lawrence Johnston, the back judge Carson Thomas, the field judge Jared Vina, and the side judge Adam Torma, and that's who threw the flag there.
Illegal procedure was declined by the Eagles. Interesting call to decline that. It still sets up 2nd down inside the 30.
2nd down and 10 from the 27-yard line. LeCook, snap back to him. Quick screen pass over. It's going to be caught by Kincaid, maybe 3 yards up to the 23-yard line.
Well, the ball's coming out hot, but unfortunately, it's not getting to the receiver where he can catch and run the ball. You see the receiver that time, Kincaid had to come down, makes a nice catch, but unable to get big positive yards on the play.
9th play of the drive for the Leonard Tigers. This drive started with just under 2 minutes left in the first. We're now at the 10:50 mark in the second. Snap back to LeCook, 3 receivers left. LeCook's going to run right up the middle. And he'll have right at the 20-yard line, which will set up a 3rd and 3.
Quarterback keep all the way, but that's a design play that the Tigers have employed all season long. Interesting call on 4th down. Again, you just go back to what got you here, and that's LeCook.
4th and 3 is what we're staring at here with 10:21 and rolling in quarter number 2. 8-0 Holiday leads.
Yeah, too early to take timeouts and think about it. Right now you've got the momentum. Run that play, and I suspect you'll see LeCook somewhere on the edge.
4th and 3. Huge play early in this football game. LeCook's going to keep it, runs behind Weimer now, bounces it out. He's got room, 15, shakes an offender at the 10, to the 5. He's in. It's touchdown time in Texas. 20 yards for Jacoby LeCook with 9:55 left to go in the second quarter.
The initial call was to run between the tackles. He sees nothing there. And again, the athletic ability of LeCook, he just bounces it out on the left side, and he finds a lot of running room. Makes a great open field move to take a jersey or two into the end zone. We got a ball game.
8-6 now. Awaiting a PAT. It looks like Summers is going to hold, and it'll be Faust to do the kicking on the PAT as they elect to go for 1 here. It's on the tee. Faust's kick is up, and it looks good, and it is 8-7. Holiday in the lead with 9:55 left to go in quarter number 2. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
9:55 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Leonard has just punched it on the board for the first time as your kickoff. It's a line drive kick and a bounce at the 27-yard line. Picked up at the 23 and knocked down by his own man is Brady Jones, who was not real happy when he got up. And Holiday will start from their own 24. It was a 10-play, 80-yard drive for Leonard that ended on a 20-yard beautiful rushing touchdown by LeCook, and it's now 8-7 after the PAT with 9:49 on the clock here in the second quarter.
I want to go back to that second down situation where there was a procedure call against the Tigers, and the Eagles decided not to take the penalty and move them back. You just kind of wonder if they're kind of rethinking that.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line, a handoff coming near side. Brady Jones on the carry to the 24, a gain of 2, or 26-yard line rather.
Good job of tackling. That was Lath Reynolds in on the tackle. Makes a nice hit at the line of scrimmage and is able to wrestle down the running back only for a very short gain. 2nd down.
This scoreboard updating is going to keep me busy. Here's a handoff, not much doing there. That is Pips on the carry.
Pips on the carry, and Houston Beebe in there on the play. Again, initial contact at the line of scrimmage. The defensive front is doing a much better job of firing off the ball, getting those offensive linemen to move a little bit backwards. Very short gain, sets up 3rd down.
3 receivers right, 1 at the bottom. Jones gets it, drops back 3 steps, looks left, fires, caught. And Whitley makes a catch right at the 1st down marker, which was the 35-yard line is where he needed to get. That's where he got.
Just an easy out route. The quarterback takes one, maybe two steps in his drop, and he hits his intended receiver, Whitley. Easy pitch and catch, first down, Eagles.
8:47 on the clock. Quick pass from Jones to Jones, and it's incomplete as Landon Jones threw a screen pass out, or a swing pass rather, just in and out of the hands. We've seen so many drop passes tonight.
Yeah, I think the ball, again, it's moist, no doubt about it. It rained all day in North Texas, and just even before the start of the contest, we might have thought we had a weather delay, but it has cleared out. Nonetheless, that ball's going to be moist.
2nd down and 10 for Holliday, moving right to left. Landon Jones turns around and says something to Hamill. Hamill gets the carry left side on the trap play, 40, 45, 50, breaks out of tackles and finally drugged down by the freshman linebacker, Joseph Howell. But after he gets into Leonard territory around the 44-yard line.
Well, that all started up front with those big old boys up front, and there was just a huge hole. Even you could have run through that one. Eddie had to throw that in there. But again, poor tackling down the field, big gain on the play.
1st and 10, handoff, Hamill, right side, cuts it up, hit, spun, maybe a yard, flag is down. And we'll see if this is another hold on Holliday, who's really struggled with the penalties so far in this football game.
Well, you kind of wonder with all these penalties, and it looks indeed like it is coming back, another hold. That would be the 4th penalty in this contest in the first half. That the Eagles have been moving the ball very nicely, but the penalties have been bringing them back. We'll see what we get. Another hold.
10-yard penalty will bounce it back across onto their side of the field at the 45. Where are they spotting this football? Where are you going to put it,
44,
brother?
40. He doesn't know yet. Come on. Center setting up at the
All right,
44.
now he's at the 46. He's going to confer and move it to the left hash. Okay. So ball at the 46-yard line after the penalty. 8:19 on the clock. It's ticking, and we have an 8-7 ball game here in Denton. 2 men in the backfield. Landon Jones is going to keep it himself over left side, swung out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Nice play defensively by Dallas Massey to come over from the defensive tackle position, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, nice play, both Massey and also Reynolds again in on the play. He's been around the football all night tonight. Good job. Long 2nd down situation set up for the Eagles.
7:43 in rolling. We're in quarter number 2. This is Holliday's 4th possession of the football game. Pistol formation, fakes it to Hamill, throws the little bubble screen to Harrison. The ball falls incomplete. It may be a fumble. They're going to say incomplete, as just as Harrison was making the catch, a defender came around and ripped it out of his hands. And Leonard wanted it to be a fumble, but the officials say no, incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete. Great play by the defender, and of course that was Casson on the play, but that was a delayed looking route. It was slip screen all the way, but the receiver, and we're talking about Whitley, looks like he's going to take a step down the field, slips underneath or behind the defenders, and of course great play. It's going to be a 3rd down situation.
3rd down and 10, or 20 rather. As Jones will drop back 3 steps, looks middle of the field, deep down the middle of the field, looking for his receiver, and his great coverage by Zaylen Summers to break it up, and it falls incomplete at the 10-yard line.
You can obviously hear that we are on the home side, and the Holliday fans not too happy about that call in the secondary. To me, that was 50-50 ball. We're looking at the replay. I think it's a good defensive play by Summers.
The intended receiver was Harrison, and he was really upset after that play, and now Holliday will drop back in punt formation.
I think what they're upset about is there is always a little bit of hand checking, but when the ball was in the air almost to the receiver, it was just a good play by Summers.
Crew Harrison's punt's going to take LeCook back to the 10-yard line, makes a couple of nifty moves, but not much doing. Up to the 17-yard line, and that's where The Leonard Tigers will start on their next possession.
You know, Monty, with those type of punts or even kickoffs, you've got to field that ball. It's inside the 20. If you don't, we have a little thing called hidden yardage. If you let that go and maybe perhaps ends up in coffin corner, you're looking at a whole different possession setting up inside the 5-yard line. Instead, LeCook does the right thing, fields that ball and brings it up the field.
That was Bill Parcells' famous that was what he was famous for, is those hidden yardage. He wanted all of his punt returners to catch the football. You know how much I love Parcells.
I'm going to have to bring out a lot of different parts. No, I can't because of the way he spoke. Why you lift all those weights?
That's right. 1st and 10, left to right. 3 receivers up top for Leonard, 1 at the bottom. LeCook throws that slip screen that way. Gets a great block down the sidelines, goes Foster up to the 25-yard line. Not enough for a first, but sets up a second and fairly manageable 2 or 3.
I'm looking at the replay here, and the guy who applied a can't believe I can't taste it smack in the mouth block was Summers. He's usually the recipient of those passes, and now he just lays a lick on the defender, able to get about 8 on the play.
2nd down and 3. Summers comes to the slot on the near side. Leonard moving left to right in their white jerseys, blue pants. Summers makes the catch over the middle, brought down, 1st down at the 32-yard line.
Ooh, one more step, Monty. And I think he's running to the next zip code. Just one defender left. He takes the catch and he turns it up. And if he doesn't get that little touch with the defender, I think he's still running.
I think if he would have turned left instead of turned right, he might be celebrating right now. 1st and 10. Leonard trails 8-7 with 6 minutes on the clock in the second quarter. LeCook wants to throw, deep ball, right side, Summers, and he falls down. There was some contact, but again, no penalty as Owen Hayes was in coverage.
Well, you know, the Holliday fans like that call. No call. So there you go. Let's go ahead and even that up on the ledger because there was some contact down the field. But the officials said, hey, you know what? 50-50 ball. We're not gonna pull the hanky on this. So Holliday, here we are, 2nd down.
Holliday fans with their eyes wide open, looking out of the side of their face. 2nd down and 10, 5:52 on the clock. LeCook, empty back, looks left, flushed out right, on the move. Now thought about throwing, and he does, and just heaves it out of bounds. Kincaid was the closest receiver who thought, hey, I should have gotten the football thrown to me. But LeCook either didn't see him or just wanted to get rid of the football, and he was under pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Again, that defensive front's coming. It's a 3-man front as well, and the linebackers are shooting through those gaps. If LeCook takes one more peek downfield, he has Summer wide open.
Who had a defensive struggle on their bingo card tonight in this football game?
Yeah, I would have thought more points on the board. But well played on the defensive side for both teams.
3rd down and 10. LeCook looks left. Under pressure. Slips 1 defender. Slips 2 defenders. Looking downfield. Now he's got his man caught. Weimer out of the backfield. 50. 45. Slips through 2 defenders. Stiff arms another into Holliday territory at the 36-yard line.
That was all on the legs of LeCook. They had him bottled up on his own probably 20-yard line, but just trying to get out of those tackles. The one thing I do like is that he keeps his eyes downfield and he's able to find the running back Weimer out of the backfield. Big game, 1st down.
Timeout on the field. We'll take 1 too with 5:21 on the clock here in quarter number 2. 8-7, Holliday in the lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
We were talking off the air how impressive that last play was because LeCook broke 2 tackles just to stay in the pocket. And then when he fired it out to Weimer, he broke 2 tackles to get it down to the 36. Weimer goes out of the backfield here. LeCook looks that way, now comes to Summers, who slips 2 defenders, goes up the seam to the 31-yard line. They'll spot him at the 32.
Yeah, I just think it's the second target of the ball game for Summers. I mean, last week he had such the big game, 9 receptions, 175 in the touchdown. I think it's just the second, maybe the first reception for Summers for the night.
I think it's the second
yeah.
reception.
I stand corrected, yes. And again, you got to get this playmaker involved in this offense, but, you know, again, just very few targets tonight in the first half.
Clock at 4:29 in the second quarter. 8-7, a great football game. Allen Cass, the H-back. Weimer in the backfield. LeCook fakes right, goes left, runs right into the middle of the red jerseys pile at the front of the defensive line. And that was Isaac Rayhan on the stop. And it's going to be third down now and about 6 for Leonard.
Yeah, Rayhan has been very disruptive on that defensive line, and he's forcing a lot of action. If he's not making the tackle, he is forcing the action outside of his gap, allowing his teammates to come in and make plays. Good ball game for him tonight.
Third down and 6, left to right. Holliday showing different formations in the secondary. LeCook nowhere to go now, fires it deep right side to Weimer. It goes up, makes the catch at the 6, strolls in, it's touchdown time in Texas. Leonard takes their first lead of the night with 3:35 left to go in the second quarter.
What a great adjustment to Weimer in the single coverage out there. You suspected that may be the play, and indeed it was. LeCook throws the ball a little bit short, but Weimer adjusts on the pass, comes back to the football, and makes a great play to escape that tackle for the touchdown.
I'm almost certain Weimer was the second or third option on that route, and he got behind the defender. And here's the PAT by Faust. It's up, and it is good. Leonard, 14-8 lead over Holliday with 3:35 left to go in the second. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's a high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
What? Go ahead, Ed.
No, I mean, we were trying to figure out who was in on coverage there, and I think it was Jones was in on coverage, but just a great play by Weimer.
Here's a wobbly line drive kick going to be taken, I think, by, well, it's an up man at the 33-yard line, brought down almost immediately. It was an 8-play, 82-yard drive for Leonard that ended on a 32-yard touchdown pass from LeCook to Weimer. And that brings us our new score of 14-8. Leonard on top with 3:12. Well, the clock. Why is the clock rolling?
Winding, yeah.
It's 3:35 when the touchdown happened, but the clock should not be winding.
Yeah, I think the officials see that as well. It's not a running clock. They're going to have to reset it. But, Monty, I want to go back to that last possession. This was all about Weimer. I mean, he had the great play to get the first down on that third down play, and then, of course, the unbelievable play to make a reception and get into the end zone, putting the Tigers up now. There you go. They listened to you, Monty.
2:59 on the clock, and that's still a little low. It should be about...
Mr. Official, could you repeat the time?
Should be about 3:30, 3:29.
3:28. Look at you. Hey, even at your advanced age. Good job.
We were pretty young last time we were here, huh?
We were very much
was
young.
In my, mid-30s?
Yes, and I didn't have my ARP card then. I have that and then some. Senior citizen discounts, buddy. I'll tell you, it's pretty good.
3:28 on the clock.
Friends listening back home get a kick out of that. Yeah.
Holliday from their own 35, handoff. Hamill, left side. He's got some room. Dragging a defender, dragging two defenders. First down run. And it was, I think it was Tate Martin who was along for the ride there.
Yak yards, as we call it. I mean, there was a lot of contact. I'm looking at the replay now on this big scoreboard. 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to make a play. None doing first down.
Snap back Jones. He's got a big open lane. 40. Look out. 30. 25, 20. Being chased down to the 10, to the 5. LeCook could not get there. Touchdown Holliday as they immediately regain the lead with 2:57 left to go before the half. I say that. It's tied. 14-14.
14-14 now, but one thing the Tigers really wanted to do was shut down this offense going to the half with a nice lead, because the momentum in the second quarter was, no question about it, went to the Leonard side.
Landon Jones with a 52-yard touchdown run. They're going to go for 2. Jones going to keep it, same play, left side, and he's in. 2-point conversion. That does give Holliday a 2-point lead, 16-14, as we near intermission with 2:57 left to go in the second. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
The kickoff is going to be a low line drive, or bouncing to the left side, which will be taken by Blaze Kincaid at the 35-yard line. So Holliday went 2 plays, 65 yards on the drive, capped off by a 52-yard run by Landon Jones. He also ran it over for the 2-point conversion. And our new score, 16-14 with 2:55 remaining before the half. Holliday in the lead.
Well, you can see why the Holliday faithful are so excited about this young quarterback. We're talking about Landon Jones. Doesn't even act like a sophomore, acts more like a senior with the way that he's playing tonight. Remember, he had a lot of yards on the ground during the regular season.
He also stands about 6'4" or 5. Here's LeCook on first down, running at left side, breaks, runs over a defender at the 40. Bumped down at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, you just got to think that this is now about both quarterbacks making big plays. Of course, LeCook is going to get his yardage. We know that. He picks up about 7, maybe 8 on the play.
2:33, and it's rolling. Leonard looks to the sideline, appears to be in no hurry. We do have a 2-minute warning coming up. There's 16 on the play clock, so you'll have to snap it at least once before the 2-minute warning. Second down and 3. Snap back. LeCook's going to keep it right side. Now bounces it left. Trying to find the corner. Does. First down to midfield and out of bounds there. He has the first down with 2:06 as it stops as it goes out of bounds.
A lot of time here, 2:06 before intermission, and all 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. And now you want to utilize the sideline so you don't have to burn those timeouts if you need them.
I'd like to say hello from hello to Ricky Wilson. He's a Bell's play-by-play guy listening in tonight. We also heard from Roy Lehman early in the pregame show. He's the play-by-play of Gunner. First down and 10 as everybody in District 7 is rooting for Leonard. Here's an incomplete pass to Foster as it goes over his hands. It was dangerously close to being intercepted, but it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, LeCook just not looking like him old self throwing the ball down the field all night tonight. He's been just a little bit off with all his passes down the field. He's a little bit errant with his throws, and even into these short or intermediate routes, he's a little bit short on those plays. Just kind of wonder if he's just able to set his feet to make those throws.
Second down and 10 from midfield. There's 2:01 on the clock, so this will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Weimer goes out of the backfield to the right. LeCook's going to keep it. Left side, gains 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keeps his feet. 40, bounces out of another tackle. 35, 30. My goodness, 25. Still spinning out of tackles to the 23-yard line.
Unbelievable run, guys.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, they had him down. In fact, you talk about the strength of his lower body. He was arguably down on the play.
Timeout should be, and it is. We'll keep it here, Ed.
Wow, I'm looking at
that was one of the greatest runs I've seen all year.
Oh my goodness! I mean, again, we're looking at the big screen on the scoreboard, and you just see how many people he wills his way down the field. Like the great Muhammad Ali said, sometimes your will has to be greater than your skill.
Malin, you played defensive tackle, nose guard. You even played against LeCook his freshman year. Much different player tonight than he was his freshman year, but how do you go into a football game knowing that you're going against a quarterback like that?
Listen, you just got to be smart. Listen, if you're a nose guard like me, you know he's going to outspeed you, so you just got to be at the right place at the right time. We've seen during that run that at one point he was horizontal.
Yeah.
So that was a fantastic run by
Are you sure he can outrun you?
I don't know.
I was pretty fast.
I think my money's on Malin. You know those guys that play that nose position? They're a little left than normal. They are.
Leonard comes back out on the field with 1:49 left to go before the half. They trail 16-14. And let's remember, they'll get the football first to start the second half. They could double up on points right here. First and 10, left to right. Weimer goes out of the backfield. LeCook's going to keep it up the middle, cuts right. Still trying to find room, and finally pounced down after a yard gain at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, nothing there, but if you're the Tigers, you have got to put points on the board before the half. You know, reestablish yourself going into that locker room and perhaps go up by at least 6. But LeCook, you can expect that the ball's not going to leave his hands unless he finds one of those receivers out in the flat. Let's keep an eye on Weimer.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Summers in the slot to the left. LeCook looks that way and now fires. It's going to be caught by Cass. 15, 10, lowers his shoulders inside the 10, still fighting towards the 5-yard line. He'll go out of bounds at the 6. A first down for Leonard. They'll mark it at the 7.
Nice play call. This was a rub route. Now we're watching this on the board. The inside receiver just sort of settles, and the outside receiver just comes underneath. That's why they don't call it a pick anymore. It's a rub route, and it's well designed, and this ball now sets up inside the 10-yard line.
Still a pick, you just don't call it that.
I know it, and we're always open. Don't ever forget that.
Hey, I love the pick. Unless I'm playing linebacker.
Right.
1:07 on the clock. First and goal from the 7. LeCook looks right, fires in the end zone, and it's going to be in and out of the hands and falls incomplete, and I think that's Summers, and it is.
Wow, you know, just the very uncharacteristic of that receiver. The ball was in his hand. Now, they both went up to fight for it, but he had the ball. The possession was his. All he had to do was come down with it to get the points.
And just as you would expect from Roy Lehman, we have the LeCook is LeCooking defenders he just sent me. Here's LeCook on the right side, 5, dancing out, rolls. It's kind of the monkey roll drill to the 3-yard line.
Interesting that the head coach of Holliday runs on the field to take that timeout, and you would have thought that the Leonard Tigers would have burned one of theirs, but now the ball inside the 5, setting up at the 3. Third down, interesting call here.
Yeah, 3rd and goal from the 3. And, I mean, let's face it, it's 4-down territory here, right?
Yeah, and I don't see a field goal unit coming to the field either, by the way. I think this is all about 2 carries and 1 quarterback.
I think you're right about that. There's 58 seconds left to go before the half.
But to go back to this again, interesting timeout used by Holliday here. Now, I think that Leonard probably would have burned one, but I think Leonard also may have waited for that play clock to run down, drip it.
Yeah, I think Leonard's idea here is to score and leave 0 time on the clock for Holliday.
Right, with Holliday, look, 58 seconds is a millennial to them, the way that this offense works.
9th play of the drive for Leonard. Started with 2:57 on the clock. There's 58 seconds left before the half. They trail 16-14. LeCook keeps it around the right end. He's in, strolls in, untouched. Touchdown time in Texas.
Well, maybe so. 55 seconds left on the clock, and you would say, well, this is all about going into the locker room. Not so fast. Get the PAT here, because right now you're up by 4. Now, in the kickoff, let's talk about that, okay? Assuming the extra point, do not kick the ball short. Make them go, don't flip the field here. Make it be short, but make sure that cover team pins that ball carrier inside the 20, maybe the 30.
Summers to hold. Faust kick. Looks right down the middle, and it is 21-16. Our new score here in Denton. Leonard over Holliday. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at CircleStarQuickLubeandTire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's a high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Here's the kick. It's going to go to Peps, who will take it across the 40, being drugged down, finally drugged down at the 40.
Prior to the kick, you and I were pointing to the home side. Kick it over there, and they did. Because the other side is that playmaker in Brady Jones, and you do not want to kick the ball to that young man.
Give credit to Eddie Ortega on the tackle on the kickoff. For Leonard, it was a 9-play, 65-yard drive. It took 2 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. And it was a 3-yard touchdown by LeCook to give us our new score of 21-16. There's 48 seconds left to go in the half. And for Leonard, you've got to go into the locker room with this score. First down and 10. Jones, handoff, hitting the backfield, drugged down for a loss. Big play. A timeout's called by Holliday. I think on the stop there, a huge play by Dallas Massey, who's had a huge game.
Yeah, he really has, and he just gets rid of the guard in that A gap and gets to the ball carrier very quickly for a 2-yard loss. Holliday very quickly takes their timeout, second timeout. We got 1 left in the half.
43 seconds remains in this half. Malin, are we seeing any less precipitation at this point?
At this point, I can think it's safe to say that we're seeing less rain.
But as you mentioned earlier, the ball's going to be a factor all night long. Second down and 14 for Holliday, but they only have 43 seconds left to try to punch it in and regain the lead. Landon Jones drops back 5 steps. Looks deep over the middle. Intercepted in the middle of the field. Sitting down immediately is Jaden Bush, the sophomore linebacker who was on JV all year.
Second turnover of the ball game. There is a flag down. Let's take a look at that. Maybe it's just a celebration, but let's wait for the officials. What a pick here by the linebacker. Settles in his spot, takes his drop. Ball's thrown to him. The penalty looks like this is going to go against Holliday as well. I think it's a post possession.
Holy cow, Leonard could have a shot at another score right before the half with 33 seconds.
We're going to take a look at the board, the replay, to see what we can get here. But again, if it stands, they're going to march that. It looks like a personal foul against the Eagle. That takes the ball inside the 25.
Malin, you might have to help me out remembering the score here, because I am all focused on the game and I forget about the scoreboard. My apologies, everyone, but it is 21-16, 33 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 left to right. Leonard has the ball at the Holliday 22-yard line. LeCook keeps it around the right edge, cuts it back, had his feet cut out from under him at the 7 or 18-yard line. Timeout called.
Yeah, good timeout by the Tigers. Again, that's just a second, so there's a timeout left here. It's a good call. Why not regroup? In these situations, Monty, as you know, our audience may not, is that you've got to call 2 plays in that huddle, if you will, and then if the ball is stopped so quickly with less than, right around 25 seconds, you got to get a play off quickly.
You know, Ed, I'm assuming you're focusing on the outer edge of the perimeter at this point.
I am, and what I'd like to see happen is let's go ahead and run those defenders deep. Get Weimer again out on the edge, give him some room, and see what the playmaker does.
You know, Alan Cass has been big in this situation so far tonight as well. Rolling him out of the H-back position has had a couple of huge catches for the Leonard Tigers. There's 25 seconds, and it's 2nd down and 6. Snap back to LeCook. 1-step drop, fires it deep in the end zone over the head of his intended receiver, Blaze Kincaid, on the D of ISD in the end zone.
Good job by the defender, just slowing up the intended receiver just enough, because the ball's out quick. So it's kind of a timing, if you will, type of route. But the intended receiver, Kincaid, was slowed on that route.
21 seconds left here.
Key here, Monty, is just do not panic. I think there's just
still got a timeout in your pocket. You could call LeCook's number here on 3rd and 6. Man goes in motion as Summers from right to left. LeCook drops back 3 steps, being hurried, and now this is bad. He's sacked back at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's a play you don't want to have. And that was a covered sack. Great job in the secondary with the defenders. Everybody was covered up. I think LeCook probably looks at that again and says, let's go ahead and throw that into the cheap seats while he had an opportunity.
Justin Dozier, head coach of Leonard, calls a timeout with 2 seconds remaining before the half.
Well, you can anticipate everybody except for the 3 defensive linemen sitting right around the goal line, and if you're a defender here, you just knock the ball down.
So this is the old situation for me. If I'm, obviously I'm not calling plays here, but I think an interesting play call with 2 seconds left may not be to fire it in the end zone and hope for luck. It could be the underneath route to Zaylen Summers in the middle of the field and let him do his thing.
I think so too. If you run your guys out into the end zone, and it's almost like the old wide delay, you hang back, call it 2 or 3 seconds, somewhere find your way underneath that intermediate area where the linebackers usually settle. Let your playmaker use his legs. Great call.
Let your wideouts take the defenders all the way in the end zone, expecting the jump ball.
Clear it out.
And clear it out for Zaylen Summers. An interesting idea, as Summers will line up in a slot on the left side. 3 receivers over on that side. One pretty close to the line of scrimmage on the near side, and now Holliday's going to call a timeout. We've got a chess match.
You got it.
At C.H. Collins Athletic Complex with 2 seconds left to go before the half.
Well, you got to think that the defensive coordinator sitting up here in the press box, we're way up here. We're at level 3, which is pretty far up. And they see what they're getting offensively. They have that diamond, if you will, on the left side of the field with the 3 receivers. single guy on the right side, the wide out, and so they're saying to themselves, do we have the right package?
Leonard leads 21-16 with 2 seconds left before the half. Have the ball at the Holliday 28-yard line. And they will get the football first to start the second half. So if they can get points out of this, it is a magnificent opportunity for Leonard to take control over this football game and stretch it out a little bit early in the second half.
Well, you got to say to yourself that the second quarter definitely belonged to the Tigers. You know, first quarter Eagles looked like they were going to maybe walk away with this, but the Tigers right back in this, and you hope you get some points here.
1 play left in the half. LeCook drops back, fires it deep down the field. In the end zone is Foster, and it falls incomplete.
Ball thrown a little bit short, and you can see that the defender looked like he was beat. The receiver had a step, maybe two, and you see the replay here. That ball just does not drop in the bucket. It hits the defender actually in the back of his jersey.
Foster would have had to come back for it and go through the defender, which had he done that, would have created the penalty, and we'd still have another down.
Yeah, create contact. That wasn't done, but probably could not get his footing to adjust to that. But we walk into the half, 5-point lead.
21-16, Leonard in the lead. We're at the half. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's a high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
We're at the half. Monty Walker along with Ed Meacham and Malin Walker. Let's bring Malin in here. Let's recap this first half a little bit for you. What have you seen so far in this football? Kind of a tale of two quarters.
Yeah, you know, you see an offensive struggle here with the rain starting, and then they really start to come into their own offensively.
You're talking about Leonard.
I'm talking about both teams, really, with an offensive shootout, which is what we expected coming into this game.
Yeah, early on, let's go over the first half for you. I'll recap it real quick. Holliday took the ball first. They lost the coin toss, elected to defer, took it at their own 37-yard line, but they had a penalty on the very first play of the game and started at their own 27. They went 6 plays, 63 yards, and scored on a 49-yard touchdown from Landon Jones to, I'm going to get it right, Brady Jones. Brady Jones also threw for a 2-point conversion. That made it 8-0 early with 9:51 left to go in the first, and we were thinking, holy cow, this is going to be a track meet. Leonard took it from their own 36-yard line, and they were forced to punt. And we were thinking, oh, it's going to be a lopsided game, possibly. Holliday took it at their own 19 with an 8-0 lead. They drove 7 plays, and Landon Jones threw an interception to Zaylen Summers. And then we thought, okay. Leonard took the ball at their own 19 and then had to punt after 5 plays. Holliday took it at their own 33, had to punt after 5 plays. Leonard took it at their own 20 with $1:56 left to go in the first quarter. They put together a 10-play, 80-yard drive and started to show life for the first time offensively. None other than Jacoby LeCook took it over from the 20-yard line, and that put Leonard on the board. They trail 8-7 with 9:55 left to go in the second quarter. Holliday's next possession also went 9 plays but ended on a punt. So Leonard took it at their own 18-yard line. They drove 8 plays, and LeCook hit Weimer for a 32-yard touchdown pass, which gave Leonard their first lead of the night. After an 8-play, 82-yard drive, they led 18-7 with 3:55 left to go in the second quarter. But Holliday got that momentum right back as they took it at their own 35. 2 plays later, Landon Jones went 52 yards to the house. Also punched in a 2-point conversion to end a 2-play, 65-yard drive and gave Holliday a 16-14 lead with 2:57 left to go before the half. Leonard took it at their own 35-yard line. They drove 9 plays, 65 yards, and it was again LeCook, his second rushing touchdown of the night. Third overall, ended a 9-play, 65-yard drive, gave Leonard a 21-16 lead with 55 seconds left to go. And then you thought, okay, Holliday's going to have a shot right here before the half. They took it at their own 40-yard line, and on the second play of the drive, were intercepted by the sophomore Jaden Bush at linebacker, which gave Leonard actually one more chance with 33 seconds to try to take another, to add to their lead, as they're going to get the football first to start the second half. Could really have moved this thing well advanced in this football game as far as lead-wise, but they were unable to score, and our halftime lead is 21-16 for Leonard. And Malin, you're right. Offensively, both teams struggled early in this football game, and then they just kind of turned it on as the game went along.
That's right. You've seen some adjustments from both quarterbacks. Initially they were throwing the ball really hard. They were doing bullet passes, and the receivers really couldn't hold on to that wet ball. Now they've adjusted. They've been throwing it lighter. They've been throwing it higher. We've seen some repercussions of that with Landon Jones throwing an interception, but the receivers are catching the ball more and more consistently.
What are we going to see in the second half?
I think we're going to see more of the same thing. The offense is just now getting into their gear and getting into their rhythm. You're going to see probably some more passes, but listen, this is not a foregone conclusion. This is a ball game, and I think if you're Holliday, you really want to focus on your possessions, right? I think you really regret not playing keep away when you had the ball with 3 minutes and giving Leonard the lead in that turnover.
We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, Ed, and do we have the superintendent here? We will talk to Superintendent Brad Maxwell here in a moment. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
Welcome back. We have a halftime score of 21-16, Leonard in the lead. We're going to talk with Superintendent Brad Maxwell now. Dr. Maxwell, you've been at Leonard for a very long time. You have Masters in Education Administration from the East Texas A&M University. Superintendent since 2017. Before that, Assistant Superintendent in June of 16. High school principal in July of 14, elementary school principal, July of 19, started out as a teacher and coach, July of 1995. pretty illustrious career at one school. I would say that's pretty rare, but I would think you're pretty happy with Leonard ISD.
Yes, very, very happy. Very happy with Leonard ISD. Actually, I'm a graduate in 1990 of Leonard High School, and so I spent my entire education career here at Leonard ISD, and very proud to be here tonight with you guys. Appreciate you having us on board again for our second round playoff game, and just a lot of fun atmosphere here, and have a 5-point lead at halftime, and we're LT Nation is behind the Tigers, and we're looking forward to a great second half as well.
So did you have 21-16 on your scorecard?
You know, I'll take it, and hopefully we'll add some more. Very proud of our guys. They're playing tough right now, and just really getting after it. It's been a great first half, and looking forward to an even better second half. Holliday's a tough opponent, and but we're hanging in there and playing hard and doing a very good job. So proud of our kids.
Leonard's kind of tucked away with some elbow room over there. You're starting to see some growth and some development in Leonard, aren't you?
Yes, sir, we are. We're up about 30 students from last year. We have about 845 in the district. Our number we turned in for the high school enrollment was 285, which just a couple years ago we were the smallest 3A school in the state of Texas on the enrollment at 255. So we are seeing some growth. We've got a couple of subdivisions going in, and just really, really excited for the growth, and continuing to welcome new families into the district, and looking forward to see how quickly that growth comes. But very, very, very excited. It's exciting times at Leonard ISD.
Let's talk about your new high school. What's the max out capacity of that high school?
Our current high school, we're at 285. We can probably about 350. We actually just built a brand new elementary school. We just opened a new elementary school this school year. Move it to pre-K through 5, and we have about 370 in there with a capacity of about 480. Actually, we could get up to closer to 600. Our big spaces such as the gym, cafeteria, library can hold up about 630. And then we just opened a new ag CTE building as well, a new ag building, and we did some renovations from our old intermediate building, so it's a CTE facility now. So a lot of good things happening at Leonard ISD. Proud of our kids here, football, band, cheer. We just had a successful volleyball season. Our girls went 34-8 in volleyball, and from FFA to all of our programs, just really, really good leaders and great kids, and we're looking forward to great things to continue to come at Leonard ISD.
Now, games like this really pinpoint, the importance of athletics and what that means for not only the school but also the entire community. You get a lot of people over here coming from North Texas. I got text messages from Bell's play-by-play guy, Gunner's play-by-play guy. They're all supporting Leonard Tigers and District 7. This really rallies together not only your school but a lot of schools, and athletics plays a huge role beyond just a school district.
Yes, sir, it does, and our district was very, very happy. Last week we 7-3A swept 8-3A, and so all of our teams are moving on to the area around tonight, and we get the jump start having the game tonight. So yeah, it's a tough district, very tough district, very competitive district, and that games that we get in that district help us for when you come up against opponents like Holliday. And so very, very proud so far of our effort, and it's playing really tough.
Any predictions on how this one will come out?
I sure hope it's in favor of the LT Nation Blue and Gold Tigers. We are playing hard, and we're a little thin on numbers, of course, being a smaller school, but our kids are playing their hearts out, and I'm rooting for the Tigers. I think we're going to pull it out.
So if there's a win tonight, what's the scenario? Do you have locations set in place for next week?
Well, if we win tonight, we play the winner of Jacksboro and Blue Ridge. So that game's played actually in this stadium tomorrow night. I believe it's about the same time, 7 o'clock. I know that coaches are looking at some logistical, some venues. I know if it's Blue Ridge, it will be somewhere close in the area. I believe they've talked to Melissa. As far as Jacksboro, probably somewhere back around this area, just due to the distance to Jacksboro. But yeah, we'll wait and see how this one turns out, and then hopefully we'll be playing again next week against either Jacksboro or Blue Ridge.
Dr. Maxwell, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Enjoyed it.
Thank you for having us, and go Tigers.
Let's see a Tiger win tonight. 21-16, our halftime score. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit with Ed Meacham and Malin Walker about the second half and what we expect to see. We'll be right back right after this.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
It's so professional.
At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
He's a good fella. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, thanks a lot.
If your home or business could talk, what would it say? It may say it would like some privacy or security. Enjoy the beauty and durability of quality fencing from MTE Fence. MTE Fence is a local company specializing in commercial and residential fencing. MTE Fence ranges from wood, aluminum, and chain link fencing. MTE Fence services all of Grayson County and surrounding areas. Go to mtefence.com or call 903-686-9039 for an estimate. MTE Fence has a passion for connection. We are your connection for quality.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your How State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
And we're back at the half. 21-16 is your score. Your Leonard Tigers winning this one. What a heck of a ball game that we have so far. I'm bringing in Malin into the conversation. Malin, give me a little bit of an assessment of the first half, but I definitely want to hear maybe what the adjustments might be in the second half.
Listen, I talked about the offense earlier as a whole, but I want to talk about the blocking in the offensive line. So far, we've seen that Holliday has been really the better opponent when it comes to blocking. Maybe too good, as they've had multiple holding calls, but nonetheless, their blocking has been really good. An adjustment I would really focus on is, one, limiting penalties for Holliday, and two, getting the ball out there. Listen, the rain has stopped. That ball's still going to be wet, but listen, it's manageable now. It's time to move the chains and move the ball.
Well, to your point, in the first half, it did look like Holliday was controlling the line of scrimmage, but 4 holding penalties really shoot themselves in the foot because there was momentum on those drives, and they came back all for nothing with those hold calls.
Right, and especially when you're having an offensive stall towards the first and really second quarter there for Holliday, at least. Leonard, not so much. You move behind the chains, and you have to make more deep ball passes in order to stay alive, and that's just harder to do.
So you just hope that Leonard Tigers have a different ball bag in the second half, because that first half, those 4 or 5 footballs definitely are soggy. But we'll see what happens in the second half. Let's talk a little bit about some adjustments that you think that maybe Leonard has to make regarding how to stop this offense of the Holliday Eagles.
In terms of that, the number one thing that I've seen is tackling. We've seen a little bit of an adjustment, a little bit of an improvement towards the second quarter, but tackling, the pad level has been too high. Holliday has been able to shed 4 tackles per run, it seems like, and if you want to stop the run and stop Holliday in general, that needs to stop.
It's all about fundamental football, and again, I agree with you, the pad level way too high. When you have gifted running backs like you do, and even this quarterback in Jones, I mean, this kid can run the ball. Trying to get him up top and try to bring him to the mat just isn't working.
Right, especially when he's an elusive player, and especially when you put water on him, he's basically a ghost. I mean, you have to have a secure tackle and a secure defense.
Let's talk about the other Jones, the running back. He has been instrumental in keeping this offense moving the ball methodically down the field. He's been a gifted receiver in this as well, going into the slot. But the other Jones is another guy that they're going to have to account for.
I think that's right. One thing I want to talk about both Joneses is that their ability to read the block. Both of them have shown outstanding performances in reading their receivers' block, especially their downfield receivers or their downfield blocks with their receivers, who are doing an excellent job of sealing the Leonard secondary outside so they can get more yardage.
Yeah, the running attack, it seems to be really is the Achilles heel, if you will, with Leonard. They've got to find a way to stop that running attack. They have not, we're talking about Holliday has not stretched the field a lot tonight, but you got to be aware of that in the second half.
That's true. What you really want to focus on is the defensive line. The defensive line has done a good job throughout the game of extending the play into out of bounds. That's the real 12th man, is the out of bounds. And Holliday hasn't been able to see a lot of action towards the outside when the defense does that. Yeah, there's been a couple of big plays on the interior lineman. Dallas Massey's had a pretty darn good first half, as well as Cass. The secondary, again, they've got to shore that up, because you can expect that the Holiday's going to stretch the field in the second half.
Good analysis, guys. Hey, I think he's got a future.
I think he does.
I don't know where he gets that from. His mama must be a broadcaster.
I got to tell you, I think he's better at this age than you were.
No question. There is no question about that.
Good job.
We're going to take a quick time out. And pretty soon we're going to have football action for the second half. It's coming up very quickly. We'll be right back right after this.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
If your home or business could talk, what would it say? It may say it would like some privacy or security. Enjoy the beauty and durability of quality fencing from MTE Fence. MTE Fence is a local company specializing in commercial and residential fencing. MTE Fence ranges from wood, aluminum, and chain link fencing. MTE Fence services all of Grayson County and surrounding areas. Go to mtefence.com or call 903-686-9039 for an estimate. MTE Fence has a passion for connection. We are your connection for quality.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
Who the heck is Mr. Ed?
I don't know. You know, the talking horse, of course.
Of course. Of course.
It's
a horse, of course. It's 21-16. We're at the half, but we're just about ready for football time. Teams have made their way back on the field. Both teams are stretching in the north end zone. I want to thank Dr. Brad Maxwell for stopping by. Incredible story. Leonard High School graduate, 1990. Only time he's ever been away from Leonard is when he went to East Texas State University and got his master's degree and right back home. That was incredible. That is quite a story.
Basically went up Highway 11.
You know, right? Hey, at some point they're going to have a Brad Maxwell
That's it.
Interstate or Brad Maxwell.
Maybe they named the other sidelines that they finally got bleachers.
Yeah. I mean,
former broadcaster over there with the great Scott Garner, as you remember.
Yeah.
Commerce Tigers, right?
Yes, that's right.
Now back to East Texas State or just Texas State?
Yeah, they've gone through several name changes. I had a friend of mine who graduated in '93, and she had the option of what to put on her diploma. Whether it was, what was it before? It was
the Tigers, the Commerce Tigers, or Texas A&M.
It was
Commerce.
East Texas State University.
Right.
And then it was Texas A&M University at Commerce. So they had the option of what they wanted on their diploma. Some took one and some took the other, and now it's East Texas State A&M University.
Something like that, but nonetheless, the largest logo, if you will, in the field.
It does cover the entire field.
It's got its own solar system. It's so large.
That it does. Yeah, that it does. So we're about 17 minutes away from seeing action 17 seconds away from seeing action on the field. Great listening audience tonight. We thank you for joining us. We've had fun broadcasting Leonard Tiger football. We'd like to keep doing it. A lot of you commenting. Thank you to all the Leonard Tiger fans. Monty Walker along with Ed Meacham and Malin Walker. Holliday now hits the field in their red tops and red bottoms and red helmet. They have a white stripe over the middle of their helmet. Leonard Tigers, on the other hand, blue pants and the white jerseys and the white helmet.
You got the Utah Utes against the Kentucky Wildcats.
There you go.
The Utes.
Both teams on the field. Leonard will take the football first to start the second half. How do you feel about having your quarterback return kicks and punts?
I tell you, I don't like it. At number one, I mean, this guy, 90% of the offense runs through him. And I got to tell you, if you're the opposing team, I say you kick it to them. Let's try to wear them down a little bit, which opposing teams just hadn't been able to for a multitude of years. And we're talking about LeCook, of course.
Ball teed up on the 40-yard line. And Brody Jones is going to do the kicking. Right-footed kicker, squib kick, bouncing, taken by LeCook at the 30. Running towards the far sideline, trying to find the seam, and does for a moment. Stands patiently behind his blockers and finally goes out of bounds. And Leonard's going to have great field position on the Holliday side of the field at the 49-yard line.
That's the way you want to start the second half. First possession of the second half, a short field. LeCook gets the ball past the mid-stripe line. They're going to set that up at about the 45.
I think they're going to start at about the 48, but the patience of LeCook
setting up those blocks,
behind,
right?
It just stayed behind his blocks until he could kind of creep and find a seam. And
it's the old FBI, right? The football intelligence.
That's it. He definitely has
got
that.
it. He's got the FBI.
100%. Going to Harding University. 1st and 10, left to right. Leonard, first play, screen pass out to Weimer, out of the backfield, makes the catch. Maybe a yard loss, as he was bottled up really quickly by the rover there, Crew Harrison, who makes the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now.
A week ago, it was LeCook and Summers. This ball game, we have LeCook, of course. Weimer's had a good ball game. He's made 2 very big plays to keep this team in the contest and go up in this contest.
As well as Cass has made 2 big plays. Here's a quick pass over the middle, caught by Kincaid. He scored on there, nearly scored on that a week ago. Brought down after a pretty good gain of 1st down at the 38-yard line.
Ball's thrown a little bit behind Kincaid. He runs a nice in route. And if the ball was thrown a little bit ahead of Kincaid, the receiver, perhaps he gets more yardage on the play.
3 receivers bunched together on the left side. Claps, LeCook looks that way, throws down the middle of the field, caught by Cass, and as soon as he's hit, the ball comes out. They're not ruling it an incomplete pass. Cass is down, and they're going to say fumble. I'd like to see the replay on this because as soon as he caught the ball, he was hit and the ball came out.
The ball came out, not so sure that it hit the turf. And right there was the linebacker, number 5, who hadn't heard his name a whole lot. Cash Kirkland comes up with the interception. And again, the ball doesn't look like it caromed off the turf. And so turnover, it's the first turnover of the ball game for the Tigers.
So Holliday will take it with 10:46 on the clock, going the other way from their own 34-yard line. And you're right, Ed, it never hit the turf. So it's an interception. Swing pass out of the backfield, or that's Hayes rather, who makes it in a slot receiver position. Drags a couple of defenders for 7 yards to the 41-yard line.
A little bit better job of open field tackle that time. As soon as the the receiver does touch the ball, and we're talking about Owen Haynes, the all-purpose guy for the Eagles team, right there to make the play and get him down to the turf. About an 8-yard gain on the play.
Second down, and we'll call it 3. Handoff up the middle, and Hamill simply slips down.
Yeah, there's a turf monster again. Perhaps the field is a little bit damp. Remember, this
it has to be.
Yeah, it's artificial surface, and they don't have the same type of draining as a natural surface would.
Yeah, Malin brought that up earlier in pregame that the field does not look like it drains well. Hamill, the fake to him, and Jones is going to keep it around the left edge of the offense, and he's brought down maybe a yard loss back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it should be a punting situation. I do not see red jerseys coming onto the field. It is playoff football. Perhaps the Eagles are going to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, it's 4th and 4, and that appears to be the case from their own 40-yard line. They're going to try to get them to jump off sides, I would imagine. And a timeout they're going to drop back, and it looks like Jones may punt a high snap, and he does quick kick it away. And this is not a very good punt. Straight up
the elevator shaft.
It does take a good Holliday bounce, however, and they will get some yardage out of this as it goes down to the 28-yard line. But that looked like it was going to possibly be a negative yard punt.
Well, exactly what you had mentioned, Monty. They tried to draw the team off sides because there's only 4 yards to go to get the first down. Doesn't work out. The quarterback turns into the punter. It only takes about a yard drop. Typically, it take a little bit deeper drop. That ball could have been blocked.
Well, not only that, the deep snapper was snapping it as if the punter was in normal, typical punt formation.
A little high.
So it was a high punt. Jones had to go above his head to get it and then tried to quick kick it. And it was really not a good punt, but he got a great roll out of it.
Yeah, really good defensive start in the second half. Much to Malin's point, he said that defense has got to show up in the second half if they're going to advance into the next round. And that was a good job by the Tigers defense.
Left to right goes Leonard on their second possession as they threw an interception on the first. Here's Weimer out of the backfield, 30, 35. Good for maybe they're going to give him 10 yards. That may be a first down on play number 1 of the second drive.
Pretty good spot by the official. The umpire did see it that way. They did get 10-plus yards on the play, first down.
8:49 on the third quarter clock. Leonard leads 21-16. Moving left to right. Lacrosse talks to his offensive lineman. Casts the H-back, now sends Weimer out of the backfield to the right. Swing pass to him. And he is absolutely destroyed by Brody Jones, who came off the block of Kincaid and ran right through the teeth of Weimer.
Yeah, he sure did. And, boy, what a ball game for Brady Jones playing now corner. He comes up, sheds the block, and lets the whole family know of that hit. I think there's family members in different zip codes that took exception to that hit.
Second down. And what now will be 13 after the 3-yard loss.
Yeah, you'd like to see Weimer out in open space, but you got to have some blocking on the edge.
LeCook drops back 3 steps, hammers it. Deep down the left side, wide open. Making the catch is Summers. Middle of the field to the 10. Makes a cut at the 5. It's touchdown time in Texas.
We've been waiting for this playmaker all night long. A week ago was one of the stars for the Tigers in the win, and the big play, I don't know how many yards it ends up being, but he makes a great catch, had a step or two on the defender, and then outruns the defenders to pay dirt, makes a good cut inside to get the points on the board. Great play by the Tiger. Great play call.
65 yards on the pass and catch from LeCook to Summers, who was wide open in the middle of the field. Summers will now hold on the PAT, and Faust's kick sneaks over the goal post and is good. Our new score, 28-16 with 7:49 left to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Here's the kick. It's going to roll to the 25-yard line, be picked up by Brody Jones there. That's not, actually, that's Harrison. That's Crew Harrison, who will stroll up to the 31-yard line before being knocked down. 7:41 on the clock. It was a three-play, 72-yard drive for Leonard. And it was a LeCook 65-yard pass and run to Zaylen Summers, which brings us our new score, 28-16 with 7:41 left to go in the third.
Yeah, great play calling. You wanted to see the Tigers stretch the field. They have not used Summers in those deep routes all night long. The ball was thrown perfectly to Summers. It was just a matter of beating the defenders to the goal line.
Handoff to Hamill up the middle, a big, huge hole as he escapes one defender, escapes two defenders, and finally brought down by the freshman linebacker Howell, but not after a 4-yard gain, at least to the 36-yard line.
A better job of wrapping up. I think that they listened to Coach Malin at halftime and said, hey, quit having such high pad level to make these plays. The defenders this time in on tackles are wrapping up right around the waist and to the legs.
Give him 4, so second down and 6. Handoff near side. That's again Brody Jones, who will cut from the right halfback position to the left. Not enough for a first, but does get the 40 to set up a third and short. We'll call it 2.
We're going to see Reynolds come up very quickly from his outside linebacker defensive end area, and then he tries to force the action inside, and he does, and the linebacker's right there to make the play, but you've got about a yard, maybe a yard and a half to pick up the first.
We'll call it 3rd and 2. Jones, handoff, Brady Jones again, and I'm not sure he got that. He's right at the 40 and a half.
Yeah, I see the line judge right now signaling to the officials that it's going to be at about the 40, so that's going to be 4th and maybe 2. Interesting to see what the Eagles are going to do. Are they going to try to bark offside again, or are they going to try to quick kick it?
4th and 2 for Holliday. Jones is going to keep it around the left side. He's in jail, trapped. That's a turnover on downs, and Leonard will go the other way.
Much better job defensively. Everybody converged to the ball carrier that time was the quarterback, Jones. Nowhere to go on that play. Quarterback keeper all the way. And you saw 4 white jerseys in on the tackle, and it's going to have to be like that for the rest of the contest if they advance.
So Leonard at the plus 36.
Short field to work with. I like our chances here, Tiger fans. Short field to work with, and you got to think that, hey, why not go back to some of that short stuff, spread the field. Right now, the defenders are saying, hey, they can stretch it. Watch out for keeping everything underneath that linebacker level.
1st down and 10, left to right, 6:01 on the clock in the third. LeCook in the gun, Weimer to his right. LeCook keeps it right side, now up the middle, hit hard. 2 yards to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Again, running between the tackle, it's by design, and you say, hey, you know, the outside's working so well. Why continue to run between the tackles? Here's why. You bring everybody together in that box now.
Now you're starting to chew up some clock, and there's 5:36 left to go before the 4th quarter. Leonard has a 12-point lead, if I can do math in my head. Weimer goes out of the backfield. LeCook drops back now, flushed out of the pocket. Escapes, he's on the run. 35-30, 25, gets a block, 20, 15, down the sidelines, tripped up at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, to your point, Monty, right now the Tigers will just take their time getting up to the line of scrimmage on every play, allowing the play clock to come down inside double digits before the snap the ball, but much to the point of the key to the game was to have ball control and possession. Tigers are doing just that in this 3rd quarter.
27-yard run by LeCook, and at some point, Holliday defensive tackles have to think, what good is it for me to flush him out of the pocket?
Right, yeah, I agree with you. Linebackers are not there. They're out of their zones.
2 receivers right, 1 left. LeCook, doesn't matter. He's going to keep it up the middle. This time he's brought down.
Yep.
Nice play by the linebacker coming up, Cash Kirkland, to make the stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Of course, you know, Kirkland is their defensive leader. 105 tackles coming into this contest, and he's been pretty quiet all night tonight, but not on that play. Nothing doing for LeCook.
2nd down and goal from the 6. I thought it was the 7. Scoreboard says 6.
Yeah, they're going to let the play clock now inside of 11 seconds to get that snap off.
As they just now really line up. 6 seconds on the play clock. LeCook keeps it right side. Has the corner, has the 5, has the touchdown. Touchdown time in Texas, and the Leonard Tigers extend their lead with 4:25 left to go, 34-16.
All made possible
in the
third. All made possible by that botched punt. The ball goes straight up the elevator shaft, and the Tigers get the ball on a short field. Take advantage of it, and just as important, take a lot of time off the clock.
Faust, the sophomore kicker, trying to bang this one through to make it 35-16. Summers to hold. It's on the tee. The kick is up. This one is much better than the last. And the point scoreboard moves up 35-16, our new score. 4:25 left in the 3rd. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Here's the kick, and it's going to go past Holliday. They have to retreat, and the knee is down inside the 10-yard line at about the 7. So Holliday will have to go 93 on their next drive.
Well, the kickoff is a worm burner, so if you're a golfer, you're hitting the 1-iron low, and that's about what this came off the foot of the kicker, and nobody for the Eagles fielded that kickoff, and the ball lands somewhere around the 8 or 9 yard, and it gets down because the return man has his knee on the turf when he has possession of the football.
Leonard's last possession went 4 plays, 64 yards, and scored on a 6-yard touchdown by none other than Jacoby LeCook. And our new score is 35-16. We have 4:23 left to go in the 3rd. Landon Jones in the gun will hand off up the middle to Hamill. Escapes a couple of defenders, but is brought down after a minimal gain. Nice play there. by
I think it was Weimer in on the play.
it was Lath Reynolds.
Reynolds having a big game. Yeah, it was Reynolds. Great job in wrapping up. And again, Coach Malin Walker was in the locker room and told the crew, you better tackle low.
2 yards on the carry. Here is Jones going deep ball, and that one is going to be caught. Coming near side. That's Whitley. He's off to the races, to the 20, to the 10. Kiss him goodbye. 91 yards as Holliday is back on the board for the first time in a while.
Yeah, getting your eyes caught in the backfield if you're a defensive back, and the ball was thrown only where the receiver could get to it. Looked like it could have got batted down, but as soon as the receiver caught that ball, it was a matter of a foot race, and we're talking about Whitley. You were not going to catch that young man to the end zone.
And the Holliday crowd has awoken for the first time in a while.
Yeah, that's something, again, if you're a Tigers fan, you really wanted to be able to close that door, and it was just not done. They really did play a couple of good possessions defensively.
Going for the 2-point conversion, and that's not going to happen. Landon Jones is brought down again by Lath Reynolds. Another great play by Reynolds. Our new score, 35-22 with 3:40 left to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's a high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Ball teed up on the left hash. Our new score, 35-22, as Holliday just went 2 plays on 93 yards. 91 of it was a touchdown from Landon Jones to Whitley. Ball goes over LeCook's head into the end zone, and Leonard will have fairly good field position to start this next drive. It'll be their 4th possession of the second half already.
You get this great job of pinning your opponent inside their own 5-yard line, and then you just kind of let go of it and you don't keep the stranglehold on them. And 2 plays on that possession. And as we can see here, the concerning part is this is a quick striking offense.
No question. Malin, how does Leonard have to answer back?
Well, beat them at their own game. If you have a quick strike ability, use your own. Use Jacoby LeCook to answer those.
They'll start from their own 25-yard line with 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. LeCook in the gun. Sends Weimer out of the backfield to the left. Screen pass to him. Can't get the block, and a shoestring tackle made by Harrison. And Weimer will get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. They'll give him 1, so second down and 9.
Yeah, we've seen this play over and over again tonight. Just the ball quickly out in the flats to Weimer in hopes that you have him on an island. Just nothing there, maybe a yard on the play.
Second down and 9. Foster split out wide to the left. Kincaid wide to the right. Summers in the slot on the left. Weimer in the backfield, goes out of the backfield. LeCook keeps it wide open seam up the middle of the field. First down, keeps his feet somehow. 50. Spins out of another tackle. 40. Comes near side laterally to the 38-yard line. What a run by LeCook.
Boy, I tell you what, Harding University is getting a good one. Next fall, a very good Saturday player indeed. But this is all LeCook. You know, as soon as he breaks the line of scrimmage, he's got nobody in front of him except for a couple of safeties that are looking in the wrong direction. And then just watch the open field running ability of this young man. Keeps his balance and is able to get a huge play Huge pickup on that first down.
This is a very special young man. Handoff Weimer. Bounces it out, stops in his tracks, going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He had nowhere to go. He's going to lose 3 back to the 40-yard line.
Well, you just think perhaps maybe they are setting something up. When talking about the Tigers offense, everything's been going out to that short, flat route, and now what you think is maybe pump fake to Weimer, and then look at the deep man in single coverage. Maybe the safety or the corner gets his eyes caught in the backfield, and you might have an open receiver.
Second down and what looks like 13 to me. Leonard traveling left to right. 3 receivers bunched together on the right side. Claps, gets it. LeCook looks left over the middle. That's going to be caught by Foster, dragging a defender inside the 20. He'll finally roll over at the 18-yard line. A first down for Leonard. They're on the march.
Perfect throw, right in stride to Foster. He catches the ball very nicely in his hands, tucks the ball away, secures it, and picks up a big first down on the play.
Injured Holliday Eagle down on the field. There's going to be an injury timeout. Ed, is that Harrison?
That's Harrison, yeah. Ty Harrison, the defender, coming up hobbled.
He's holding his right collarbone, left collarbone area. And if he's unable to return, that's a huge loss for Holliday.
He's done a really good job shoring up that secondary, and it would be probably maybe something that he'll just shrug off and get back in this contest. Got the trainers taking a look at him right now.
Not only that, he's the wideout who has 30 catches for 621 yards and 8 touchdowns on the season. That would be a monstrous loss. First down and 10 for Leonard. With 1:16 and rolling here in the third quarter, they lead 35-22. Taking their time with the play clock at 16. Now they get set. 2 receivers left, 1 right. LeCook wants to run. Right guard bounces into one of his offensive linemen, but surges through him to the 13-yard line.
If you're the Tigers right now, you just in no rush to get that next snap off. 50 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Arguably, the second 2 quarters belong to the Tigers, but you do want to try to get some points before the fourth and carry that momentum.
Second down and 5 after the 5-yard gain by LeCook. And Summers will be a slot on the left side of the offense. Kincaid split out wide to the right. Foster split out wide to the left. Weimer in the backfield. He'll stand to the right side of LeCook. Cass goes in motion from right to left. And LeCook looks that way. And there's whistles before this gets underway, and this is going to be one of the few penalties on Leonard, and maybe the first false start.
Actually, the first penalty, there were 2, but remember, the Eagles decided not to take the penalty in the first half. Cost them points, actually. So on paper, first penalty of the contest for the Tigers.
That'll take them back to the 18-yard line, where it'll be second down and 10. Leonard may let this third quarter clock wind down. There's under 10 seconds. I think that's what they're going to do. They're pretty happy with where they are right now, and we'll head into the fourth quarter with a 35-22 lead.
At the end of 3.
We'll be right back from Denton, Texas.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at CircleStarQuickLubeandTire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Well, it is Tiger quarter. It is the fourth quarter from Denton C.H. Collins Athletic Complex, and the Tigers of Leonard have a 35-22 lead. Can they hang on to this 13-point advantage?
Well, you have to say to yourself that the last 2 quarters of play have all been about the Leonard Tigers. You just hope that that carries over into this final quarter to advance to the next round.
2nd down and 10 for Leonard at the Holliday 18-yard line. LeCook keeps it around the left edge, brought down at the 15. They're starting to key in on LeCook. Has a lot of red jerseys swarming that way, including the linebacker Kirkland.
Yeah, Kirkland and Rayan in on the tackle, but yes, of course, all they're going to do is probably squeeze the box a little bit with 7, maybe 8 guys up. You'll see the safeties come in a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, maybe about a 5 to 6 yard drop in there. But right now the idea is that does Leonard put the ball up in the air? Perhaps not. So you have to stop this running attack with LeCook.
No sign of Harrison into the game yet for Holliday. Here's LeCook sprinting and racing towards the sidelines. It's a great play by Holliday to push him out of bounds and stretch him across the entire field, which will be a loss of about a yard or so back to the 16-yard line.
You know, again, setting the edge here with the Eagles, they did a really good job of not allowing Cook to get it on the outside perimeter. And just, again, from the point of attack, you've got to get your guy, if you're playing man, not zone blocking, you've got to get your guy and push him in towards the other side of the field to create that running line.
4th down and 8 for Leonard. 3 receivers left. LeCook claps, looks right, all the way into the end zone. Summers makes the catch on the D in Denton ISD. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Well, there he is. The first half, Summers was pretty quiet, and now he really has come alive as the playmaker that we know he is and has been all season long. I think that probably puts him well over 1,000 yards on the season as far as yardage.
41-22, our new score, awaiting a PAT. And it'll be Faust to try to make it 42-22. 10:32 on the clock. Summers to hold. He fires. He's going to try to take it in. Caught, and he can't escape. The score is going to remain 41-22. I don't know if he did that on his own. It was not a bad snap. It looked like it was a good snap. Could have been on the tee, but they could have just called the fire call. But nonetheless, 41-22, our new score with 10:32 left to go in the game. We'll be right back right after this.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at CircleStarQuickLubeandTire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
When you have a playmaker like Zaylen Summers holding for a PAT, you're tempted to do some things that most holders cannot do. That one backfired. Here's a kickoff, going to go down to the 19-yard line, being taken in the middle of the field. Brady Jones again, all the way to the near side, spins out of a tackle to the 40, look out, 45 to the 50. He's got a running lane, 40 down the sidelines, and finally goes out of bounds inside the 30. As he was chased down by DJ Johnson, who was on his tail and would have made the tackle, but Jones made a business decision and went out at the 27-yard line.
Well, as a kickoff team, you've got to be aware of that playmaker, Jones, and you really would opt to really not kick the ball anywhere near him. But nonetheless, the ball goes to Jones, and you see the big return, sets up inside the 30-yard line.
10-19, we've got a great football game here. The scoreboard may look like there's separation there, but there's really not. Quick strike offense of Holliday, and Jones, the quarterback's going to keep it. Spun down, a great job by that defensive front. Again, Howell, the freshman linebacker, makes the stop at the line of scrimmage.
Not acting like a freshman linebacker anymore. He really has come of age these last couple of games that we have seen him play, and he does a really good job here in getting the quarterback Jones to the ground.
Last time I saw a Leonard freshman play this well was Jacoby LeCook.
Jacoby LeCook, I'd say he owns the last 4 years.
Second down and 11, a 1-yard loss. Landon Jones drops back 3 steps, fires across the middle, caught by Brady Jones at the 5-yard line. Slung down by LeCook and others, but they'll get forward progress to the 4, and all of a sudden the Holliday Eagles are knocking on the door, first and goal at the 4.
Well, I hadn't seen the replay, but I did. There it is. I'm keying on number 14, and there's nobody there. I mean, he's wide open, and if you're going to let this receiver get open in the open field, it's going to be a trouble. And you're playing that soft coverage. You cannot do that with that young man.
Landon Jones takes it himself right behind the center and is spun down after a yard gain to the 3.
You almost would like to see the cornerbacks come up and play a little bump and run here to slow down those route runners. Right now, that bracket coverage is allowing those out receivers, the wideouts, to get plenty of yards and find the open zones to catch the ball.
The Leonard Tigers have an injured player down, which is Maddox Underwood, the junior defensive back. So with 9:11 on the clock left to go in this football game, Leonard owns a 41-22 lead here at Collins Athletic Complex in Denton, Texas.
Yeah, you just hope that young man, he's still down, and the trainers are attending to him to kind of figure out what's happened with him. We just hope to see that he pops back up.
Leonard had a 21-16 lead at the half. And on the very first drive for Leonard, Holliday intercepted LeCook's pass. And now Underwood appears to be up and walking off the field on his own.
That's good to see. Maybe a cramp. I don't know. You hope it's nothing serious here, but it looks like he's able to get to the sidelines without any assistance.
But Leonard got on the board first in the second half with a 65-yard touchdown from LeCook to Summers to make it 28-16, and they've been answering back and forth ever since. 9:09 on the clock. 2 receivers to either side. Handoff, first man through, and an easy touchdown goes Hamill. Braden Hamill scores from 3 yards out. He just beat everybody to the front corner pylon of the right side.
Now it would be interesting to see what the Eagles elect to do. Probably go for 2, I would think, in this situation, to bring that to an 11-point contest.
They will go for 2. And they'll send 2 wideouts. Jones wants to throw a little bubble screen, and he had a lineman in his way. He was trying to hit Brady Jones, but it falls incomplete because, again, one of the linemen were just right in front of him, and he couldn't make the catch. He had to jump over him.
Yeah, it was a play action. They wanted everyone to look at the other receivers to the right side of the field and bring your running back in underneath. The linemen are supposed to sneak out there, sustain that block for about 2 to 3 seconds. This time, one of the offensive linemen was in the way. In fact, it almost hit the lineman in the helmet before the ball was batted to the ground.
41-28, our new score. Holliday just went 4 plays, 73 yards on the drive.
Yeah, it's just too quick. I mean, again, we talked about how quick striking they are. We saw it in the first half with a couple of plays in the score. We saw it now twice in the second half. That defense has got to somehow, some way, come back up and rise to the occasion to win this ball game.
Both teams offensively kind of wearing each other down here in the latter part of the third and early part of the fourth.
Keep an eye on an onside here, guys. You know, you got almost a little less than 9 minutes here. Again, this is playoff football, so you're saying to yourself, let's try to get something. Let's try to get him sleeping.
Brady Jones' kick looks like it may go out of bounds, and it does. So Leonard will have good field position starting their next drive, which is their 5th drive of the second half.
Well, here it is. You say to yourself, okay, are we playing to win or not to lose, right? Stay with the things that have made you lead in this point in the contest. I say just don't go to sleep here. Run your offense. A lot of teams get in this situation where they get complacent, and the next thing you know, they're playing from behind. You just got to continue to stick with the game plan here. Slow the clock, don't get me wrong, but run your game plan.
Leonard will start at their own 30-yard line, moving right to left the remainder of this football game. Unless there's some kind of crazy overtime, but there's a 13-point lead by Leonard. That seems unlikely, but can happen. LeCook will keep it over the right side, bounces it out to the sideline, has a first down and more, got the 50. 45-40, middle of the field, here he comes back. Slides down at the 37-yard line.
Smart play. He had the sidelines, and LeCook, because he's such the heady senior, decides to move the ball into the middle of the field and does the slide to keep the clock moving. That's just a smart play by the senior.
First and 10, right to left again. 8:35 on the clock as they'll try to milk this thing as much as they can. Talking about Leonard, 41-28 lead.
Sugar huddle, as you call it. And I would say that he's telling the old line, hey, just give me a little bit of room again.
6 on the play clock, gotta hurry. LeCook claps and gets it, runs to the right, cuts, runs over a defender to the 30. Close to a first down, but a yard or two shy at the 30-yard line.
Nice to see you picking up another 9 yards on the play. And again, slow to get to the huddle. Get to the line of scrimmage, though. Allow the quarterback to control the game clock.
Got to get to the 28 for a first down. Ball rests just inside the 30. The nose of the the nose of the ball touching the 30. Second down and 2, we'll call it. Snap back, handoff, Summers. He cuts to the left side, down the sideline, first down, 20, and out of bounds right there. And a new set of downs for the Leonard Tigers.
Nice little run. You don't often see Summers take the handoff. What he does, they want to make sure it stays into playmakers' hands. And the only thing here, if I'm being a little bit critical, is stay in bounds. Force the opponent to either burn a timeout and keep the game clock running.
That's Summers' 9th carry of the year. Came in with 63 yards. Close to 80 now with that run. Snap back to LeCook, and he'll cut on a dime, twist on a nickel, and he'll have the 16-yard line.
Again, just ball control at this point. By the time they snap the ball again, it'll be under 7 minutes, but LeCook looking to the sidelines for the call from the coaches. No rush again to get this play off.
Holliday starting to run out of time a little bit. Under 7 minutes to go in this game, trailing by 13. LeCook and company can start putting nails in coffins here if they're able to put points on the board. And they're 16 yards away from doing so. Second down and about 7. LeCook looks left, swing pass out to Weimer, gets a good block. 15 to the 10 to the 8. And that's another first down for the Leonard Tigers. And it'll be first and goal.
As importantly, Weimer stays in bounds as well. Could have taken it out. Didn't. Smart play by Weimer. And again, the ball sets up inside the 20, inside the 10 rather. So it's first and goal. Take your time, pick your play calling, and protect the football.
Ball at the 9. There's 19, 18, 17 on the play clock. They can snap it at about 6 minutes. Summers comes in the sugar huddle. Now he'll line up just off the line of scrimmage as 2 H-backs along with Cass. LeCook's going to run it to the right side, trying to turn the corner and gets maybe to the line of scrimmage as he had hot pursuit behind him coming from the edge.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, they barely got that off. He had 1 second on the play clock on that play, but LeCook just, again, outruns the defenders to the sideline. The clock does stop on the play.
You'd like to keep that clock moving, stay in bounds. I'd even slide down and suffer a yard just to keep the clock moving.
Yeah, force the Eagles to take a timeout with just under 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
5:55 on the clock, 2nd and goal from the 9. Handoff Weimer, can't find anywhere to go, and he's going to be slung down. Stopped in his tracks. He never actually went down, but on the stop, partially, as there was a lot of jerseys there, but a number that we do not have. Actually, I think we do. I think I was looking at it wrong. Hunter Crawford on the stop for the Holliday Eagles as we're at the 5:28 mark.
3rd down, Monty, 3rd down. And again, it's either pay dirt because you can't get the first down on this particular drive or this possession. So now you're going to have to get it either in the end zone or close to it.
5:12 on the clock. LeCook dances. Oh, he made a move at the 9. Slung hard right there. It's going to be 4th down right at the 9.
Well, I don't suspect you'll see a field goal unit here at all. But if you're, I just say now, I mean, it's not maybe as crazy as this may sound. Maybe you take it down to 1 second here and do call the timeout if you're Leonard.
There's 4:42 on the clock. Again, Holliday's got to get 2 touchdowns. And they're running out of time, but Leonard's trying to take as much time as they can. You're right, Ed. They're going to take it down to 1 on the play clock and call a timeout. 4:25 on the clock left to go in this game. Leonard leads 41-28.
A new fresh set of downs now, and unable to do anything with this set of downs. The ball still sets up at the 9-yard line, and it's all or nothing here. Either you score or you let your defense do what you hope they're going to do in that next possession for the Eagles.
I'd like to thank the good folks at Circle Star Quick Lube in Leonard and 360 Broadband in Leonard for sponsoring this broadcast and allowing us to bring you Leonard Tiger playoff football from Denton, Texas. Had a great time last week, Ed.
Yeah.
Great time tonight.
Yes,
It's been good football both weeks.
Yeah, and thanks for digging me out of my rocking chair.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I've loved it. Leonard fans, thank you for indulging and enduring me these last couple of ball games. I really have loved it. I've enjoyed watching Tiger football.
We don't know just yet if we're going to be able to do next week or not. We hope we will be able to. You know, we have a typical 5-man crew. We're down to bare bones tonight. There's 3 of us here.
Got the 3 Stooges tonight.
And we'll find out where the game is, when the game is, and then we'll be able to make a determination of if we're going to be able to do it. Timeout on the field by Holliday. It's, again, some more chess match going. As Leonard was about ready to snap it on 4th down. As Holliday understands, this is their season right here. If Leonard is able to score, there's about 3 out of 4 nails in the coffin there.
Yeah, and the only thought going into this timeout by the Eagles is that maybe you want to try to do something here defensively, and then you also maybe are thinking about giving your guys another breather in the event that we've got a trick play or a gadget play or something. But the only logic to this is to let your defense talk it over and see what you can do here. Stripping the ball doesn't mean anything. Stopping them will.
Yeah, they have to stop Leonard on this play to have a chance to win this football game. They saw something they didn't like when Leonard lined up on the offensive formation. They didn't want to chance it, so took the timeout and see if they can come up with some better look here. And Leonard will come out with Weimer to the right side of LeCook in the gun. Summers in the slot on the right. LeCook rolls right. Can't get the block he wants, but fires it in the end zone. It is caught, I believe. There's a flag down. Alan Cass makes the catch.
Whoa.
We'll have to check and see. For a moment, it's touchdown time in Texas, but I think this one's going to go against Leonard.
I do too. I think it's interference in the end zone. But, hey, talk about a gutsy play call. Roll the pocket to the right side of the field, and then just the presence of mind by Alan Cass to find the spot, settles in the zone, and makes a good play here. I don't know. Is it coming back? It looks like this could go against Leonard.
I believe it is going to go against Leonard.
Is that a hold? I mean, it's a 15-yard penalty. No, it's actually it's 10 yards. So it leads me to believe that this is a hold. No indication yet by the officials. And now we've got a 4th and goal at about the 24-yard line.
This could be dangerous accepting this penalty, right? LeCook drops back 3 steps, hammers it in the end zone, and it's going to be almost complete by Summers, but it falls incomplete. I thought that was going to be thrown away, and then all of a sudden there's Summers in it. I thought it was going to land in his hands.
Ball was thrown just almost perfectly, and Summers adjusts to the ball and unable to come up with it in the end zone. But here we go. You're a little over 4 minutes ball game here.
4-11. Again, Holliday's got to score twice.
Got to score twice. Now, the most important thing here is not to allow this quick strike. You've got to be able to shut this offense down and make them have 5, 6, maybe 8 plays and get the ball back.
Leonard did take almost 5 minutes off the clock on that drive. Here's Jones throwing swing past Harrison, who's back into the game, and he is leveled at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, great play. We've got a flag down here. I kind of wonder if there's a little bit extra activity going on here as they were trying to make the tackle. I did not see a face mask here, but let's see what the officials tell us.
What do you see, Ed?
No indication just yet. No, this is going to go against Leonard, and it could be a personal foul.
Yeah, I think he is saying face mask possibly.
What a clean...
Either that or he's grabbing for his whistle. I'm not sure.
Clean contest to this point. Now he's going to continue to move. That's 15 yards, so it leads me to believe this is a personal foul against the Tigers. And now the ball sets up almost at the 40-yard line. Big mistake by the Tigers.
Ball at the 39. 1st and 10, left to right for Holliday. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Jones drops back, looking left, fires it over the middle, going to be caught. Jones again to the 47-yard line in Leonard territory.
And if you're the Tigers, you do not want the big play, but just as important, you want to keep the ball handler in bounds so that clock continues to wind down.
1st and 10, dropping back is Jones, sets up the screen. Hamill makes the catch, 45-40. Spins down at the 35-yard line. Into the arms of Howell and also Jaden Bush.
Too many junk yards here. You're getting 20 to 30 yards on these chunk plays. And now the Tigers got to do something defensively to try to take away that deep threat.
Jones drops back, looks across the middle, fires, and it's incomplete. Intended for his receiver, which was Owen Hayes. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tigers got lucky on this play. Kincaid, I'm talking about Whitley, is wide open on the sidelines. Jones does not see the receiver. If he just takes another peek downfield, that's a touchdown. Now, if you're the Tigers right now defensively, you got to say to yourself, guys, let's not get our eyes caught in the backfield. Watch the defender.
Handoff, Hamill brought down immediately. A great tackle. That's Howell, the freshman. 2-yard loss.
Nice ball game with him. Boy, he's come up big tonight, making a lot of plays, keeping that offense down at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the freshman.
Third down and 12. Jones around the left side, fires it deep down the field, looking for Brady Jones. And it's incomplete around the 7-yard line. 2:48 on the clock.
A lot of pressure finally, and again, that freshman linebacker, I can't say enough about him, Howell, today. He's coming up from his linebacker position on a blitz, forcing that rollout, and also the quarterback Jones to make an errant throw to the other Jones.
Two timeouts in the pocket of Justin Dozier for Leonard, and it's 4th and 12.
Big play here. You stop them, it should be ball game.
This could very well be ball game.
We have seen it now on 3rd downs that now this is a 4th down. Tigers giving up that 1st down.
Holliday also has two timeouts. Snap back. This is a halfback pass. Back to Jones. The quarterback has it at the 40, 35, 30. A trick play down to the 25, 20. Tripped up to the 15-yard line, and Holliday is still alive.
Yeah, just a handoff to the running back, and he just turns and sets his feet and catches the other Jones out of the backfield after the toss. There's nobody there. He has a convoy with him down the field, and he picks up about 30 on the play.
Jones wants to throw. Fade route in the end zone for Brady Jones, and it's caught for a touchdown. Left side and backside of the end zone with 2:26 left to go in the game. And Holliday has cut it to 41-34, awaiting a PAT or most likely a 2-point conversion.
And again, quick striking, a little over 3 minutes off the clock. That's it. And now they're going to go for 2 again to try and make this a touchdown.
They come to the line of scrimmage, trying to make it 41-36. Jones is going to try to do it himself. He's in trouble, brought down at the 3-yard line. Nothing doing there. The Leonard Tigers hold, and it remains a 7-point game with 2:26 left to go.
Yeah, well, interesting now to go for 2. Not there, but it's the right call. It's still now just a 7-point or a touchdown away from knotting this up. If you're the Tigers now, obviously you're going to have your good hands team right up in the front, because you can anticipate an onside with 2 minutes and 26 left in this contest.
Let's not forget, trying to go for 2 down here, had Leonard kicked the PAT with Faust, they would have
a 9, right? You go for 2 because you missed it, right? So if they go for just a touchdown, I'm sorry, you're right. If they get the PAT, you got an 8-point game.
Yeah, you got an 8-point lead.
Ball game, right?
Pretty much. But right now it remains a 7-point game with 2:26 left.
Yeah, just from a week ago, it seems like the special teams have gotten it figured out. They've been perfect to this point in the contest with PATs. And so going for 2 perhaps might be a mishap or not. But learning lessons nonetheless. You got to come up with a football returning this kickoff.
Brady Jones will do the kicking from his own 40-yard line on the left hash. Right-footed kicker, an onside kick, and a great job of recovering it by Leonard. And it was Weimer who came up with it at his own 49-yard line.
Tigers do exactly as we had mentioned, getting your good hands folks up there. Guys that are used to handling the ball. You have Weimer up there, Summers was up there. You had also Foster up there. And it was a good decision by the coaching staff to put them in the front line.
2:25 left to go in the game, and we have a barn burner all of a sudden, Ed Meacham.
2 first downs could do it, okay? Could do it. 1 first down isn't. Right now, just protect the football. If you're a defensive team and coaches, you're telling your kids to maybe try to strip the ball and get a turnover.
1st and 10, each team with 2 timeouts. LeCook's going to run it around the right edge, gain 3, 4 yards. From the 49 down to the 48-yard line.
You know, if you're the Eagles right now, coaching staff, you don't want to take a timeout here. There's still a little over 2 minutes. I mean, it's not a lot of time here, but let's see if the coaches try to get a timeout here. I'm not sure.
Well, there's a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning is here. There you go.
There's your timeout. We'll take 1-2 real quick. 7-point game, 41-34. We'll be right back.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at CircleStarQuickLubeandTire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube.
At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
Second down and 6. LeCook keeps it fighting, close to a first down. Second effort may have gotten it, but I think he might be a little bit short. But that will give the opportunity to take some more time off and forces Holliday to call a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit short, perhaps less than a yard here. But you get the first down here, take your time, or forced Holliday to take their final time out of the contest, but you've got to have the first down on this play.
We're going to attempt to talk to Justin Dozier after the game. Should this end like we think it might, with 1:47 left to go, I don't want to jinx anything, Mother.
Then don't. Don't, mister.
But Malin is unable to hear us at this point, and we got to test his mic at some point as well. So he'll just pop on and try to test. If you hear him, he's trying to make sure his mic will reach Leonard's all the way across the field. So I'm not really sure our mic is going to reach all the way across the field.
I think it's no surprise here. You continue to keep that in LeCook's hands and pick up this valuable first down. And then at that point, again, taking your time to get to the line of scrimmage to get the play off.
Holliday has one final timeout remaining. Third down and 1 here. LeCook in the gun, runs to the right side, has the first down to the 38-yard line. That's huge. And that allows Leonard to take a lot more time off the clock unless Holliday uses their last timeout, and they appear to do so.
Needed 1, got 4. Good play. Just, again, hard-nosed running, ground pound kind of style. LeCook only finds a little bit of a crease here and is able to get that first down. And this is going to be is it the final timeout?
It is.
Okay, yes it is. Final timeout here. Now, taking your time, if you get the first down, as mentioned, this should be ball game.
Well, a lot of happy fans in Leonard, Texas right now, I would imagine.
Well, 3 snaps gives you about 80 seconds or 1:10, and there's 1:34 left in this contest.
Thank you all for listening tonight. I see a lot of you in the chat. A lot of Go Tigers. We've enjoyed thoroughly bringing.
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check.
There
testing.
he is.
Testing.
That was perfect. I'm not sure where he is, but it sounded perfect, and I'm giving him a thumbs up to let him know, but I don't know where he is.
All right, here we go.
First down and 10. Leonard Tigers with $1:43 in between them and a gold football. Kind of a full house backfield victory formation type. LeCook takes a knee.
Yeah, LeCook probably should take his time before he downs that ball and allow people to come to him. That way you take another valuable 3, maybe 4 seconds off the clock. I think the coaches are letting them know, hey, don't kneel down so quickly. Let it continue to wind down. But this, here they're not even attempting to get the first down. They're attempting to get this clock to 0 on a 4th down situation.
Victory formation. 1:07. They'll snap it. Now there's a minute left. 56 delicious seconds in between Leonard and an area championship.
Who'd have thunk it? I think the prognosticators had picked it the other way. Leonard says, not so fast. We've got a great quarterback, a heck of a receiving and running core, and a defense tonight that showed up admirably. And yes, they will advance.
That's it. Leonard, your Tigers are area champions with a 41-34 win over second round. Go crazy.
Wow, what an exciting contest. We thought perhaps the first quarter we saw a dominance from the Holliday team, and then the second, third, and fourth quarter, I really believe that the Tigers owned the rest of that ball game.
What a performance by the Leonard Tigers, led by their quarterback, Jacoby LeCook, but he had great supporting cast, including Weimer, Alan Cass, Jalen Summers, Justice Foster, Blaze Kincaid, but let's not fail to mention what really makes this thing go, and that's Kelton Baker, Gavin Stone, Tucker Martin, Houston Beebe, and Tate Martin up front.
Yeah, the offensive line did a really good job. A week ago, they were as sharp as they were tonight. Tonight, they really did a good job at controlling the line of scrimmage and allowing especially LeCook to get some running lanes.
But let's not just talk about the offense, because I don't want defensive coordinator Matt Bush to be upset with me, because also
defense was good tonight.
Lath Reynolds had a heck of a game. Kelton Baker made a huge play down the side to chase down a runner.
Yeah,
and the freshman, Joseph Howell, has come out of nowhere to be a star on this defense right when they needed him.
That certainly came of age, especially in tonight's ball game. He really was instrumental in trying to put a lot of pressure on the young quarterback Jones for the Eagles.
I'm not sure if Malin is down there. I know Leonard is huddling up. Coach Dozier is going to have a word with him. Not sure if we're going to be able to get that or not, but we will try to talk to Coach Dozier. I don't see Malin on the field. I do see him. And maybe he'll try to bring him over, as Holliday is already headed to the bench. So perhaps Malin can bring Coach Dozier over to the near sidelines if he can get a hold of him, and we'll have a word with Coach Dozier.
I like the fact that Leonard's giving the opponent due respect before they do their celebratory stuff at midfield. But Holliday now just facing their fans. And, of course, what a nice run. 7-4 coming into this ball game and end the season at 7-5. But you know that this is a program that shows up season after season, and you just know, especially with that young quarterback, that they're going to be back again yet next year.
They'll be back. Make no bones about it. The Holliday Eagles will be back, and they'll be back in full force. No question about it. They've got a great head coach over there, Kyle Atwood, with a lot of skins on the wall. But racking up some skins of his own is Justin Dozier of the Leonard Tigers, and they'll face their fans for the school song, the fight song. 41-34, our final tonight in Denton. As the Leonard Tigers advance to the next round, we'll try to find out where that might be, and I may see.
I want to tell the Tiger fans again, thank you for these 2 weeks. It's been just a blast to cover this team. I won't be available next week, but just know that having some Thanksgiving turkey in Arkansas, I will be listening. And if Monty gets acting up, I'll let you know. Thank you, Lonnie. I appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful to get back.
So glad you could come out with us. There's a trophy presentation to Justin Dozier, and they're about to lift this thing and go nuts. And we'll see if I'll see how good this crowd mic is, because I think they're about to go nuts. And they went nuts. Leonard, how about your Tigers? 41-34 over the Holliday Eagles. Not a lot of people predicted that you would win tonight.
Yeah, again, reading the papers and seeing what the so-called pros, the prognosticators, had to say about this game, I don't think many people gave the Tigers a chance to win this other than the folks at Leonard. And how about 7-3A football, baby? Making another weekend of this. Great run so far.
I haven't checked the scores from other games tonight. I'll try to do so while Malin is waiting on Coach Dozier. And I don't see any other games tonight. I guess everybody's tomorrow night. That's why I haven't been really focused on it, apparently. I'll just say that.
Yeah, right.
That's my excuse.
Right in this very stadium. Tomorrow night's going to be a good one. Blue Ridge.
Jacksboro.
Jacksboro's tough. They're always tough.
Yeah, they
but
are.
As I keep saying to you, watch out for Blue Ridge. They're very sneaky.
Jacksboro stole that victory light from Howe.
Did they?
They did. I think Jim Fryer took it over there when he left Howe in 1989.
Oh.
And Malin is walking out there trying to find Coach Dozier.
This should be a good end the ball game interview. Malin's done a wonderful job. And I will look forward to listening to him a week from tomorrow night. And you too, old man. And remember, 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
In stadium.
Only if we could have seen a victory that night for the Denison Yellow Jackets, we'd have gone on and done a state championship game. And
down at the 40 acres, Fred's place. But nonetheless, here we are 16 years later. I cannot guarantee 16 years from now, buddy, I might be here somewhere.
You're going to be 80.
You'll wheel me in.
You'll be 80 in 16 years.
I'll be, Malin.
How is that even possible?
I think Malin's kids will wheel me in because you'll be a grandpa maybe by then. And you and I'll do a ball game. And I'll be like Merv.
It would be like the Muppets up in the booth. Yeah.
Oh, that's classic.
The lights are turning off up here in the press box, but Malin's still trying to coordinate and find Justin Dozier. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do so. I know there's a lot of celebrating going on down there. If
he's looking for you now, you're Malin at the 45.
1, 2, 3. Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, it's so far so good. If he can bring him over there, once he finds him, there's a sea of people. And a little chilly tonight, so I'm not sure if Coach Dozier is wearing his normal attire or covered up in long sleeve, so probably kind of hard to spot him as well. But we'll just talk about the game a little bit.
Monty, if I look at certain plays during the ball game that really could have been critical, one of the things, of course, is that there was a big penalty on a second down play, and there was a penalty against Leonard, and Holliday elected not to take the penalty. So the ball still sets up inside the 30 instead of pushing him back 10 more yards to make him go 10 yards further. I think that's a critical play in this ball game. But again, if they stop it, we don't have that conversation.
Let's recap this game for you from start to finish. Holliday took the ball first as they lost the coin toss, and Leonard elected to defer. They took it at their own 37-yard line, had an immediate penalty, which took it back to the 27, but that didn't matter because they went 6 plays, 63 yards, scored on a 49-yard touchdown from Landon Jones to Brady Jones, and that gave us our first score of the night, 8-0 after a 2-point conversion by Brady Jones. 9:51 on the clock at that point. Leonard took the football for the first time from their own 36-yard line and had to punt. Holliday then took it at their own 19-yard line, and it was Zaylen Summers with an interception that gave the ball back to Leonard at their own 19-yard line, but had to punt again. Holliday then, with the ball at their own 33, drove 5 plays before they had to punt, so offenses were stalling out early in this football game. Leonard, though, from their own 20-yard line, put together the first real drive of the night. It went 10 plays, 80 yards, and scored on a 20-yard touchdown by LeCook. And that made it 8-7 after the PAT with 9:55 left to go in the first. Or is that 4:55 left to go? That has to be 4:55 left to go in the first. Holliday from their own 24 drove 9 plays but had to punt. Leonard took it at their own 18-yard line. They drove 8 plays, 82 yards. And this time LeCook hit Weimer on a 32-yard touchdown that gave Leonard their first lead of the night, 14-8 with 3:35 left to go in the second quarter. And then Holliday took it at their own 35. 2 plays later, 52-yard touchdown by Landon Jones. Ended a 2-play, 65-yard drive. Made the score Holliday 16-14 with 2:57 left to go before the half. But Leonard wasn't done. They took it at their own 35 and drove 9 plays and scored on a 3-yard touchdown by LeCook. 9-play, 65-yard drive gave Leonard the 21-16 score, the lead. And when Holliday got it back, they immediately threw an interception to linebacker Jaden Bush. And that gave Leonard an opportunity to extend their lead before the half, but they were not able to do so and held on to a 21-16 lead going into the intermission. In the second half, Leonard took the ball first from the Holliday 48-yard line. Went 3 plays, and LeCook was picked off by Kirkland, which gave the ball back to Holliday at their own 34-yard line. They had to punt. Leonard just kept the pedal on the metal. From their own 28-yard line, drove 3 plays, 72 yards. A 65-yard touchdown from LeCook to Summers. And that made it 28-16 with 7:49 left to go in the third.
Control and
this is going to be spotty.
They do a great job. They're well coached. They've got great tradition, but our kids, like I said in the pregame interview, our kids are battle tested just like they are. And so at any just busted one real quick, so that happened a few times.
Again, we're a long way down there to the field.
Defense lit up.
We're getting almost nothing of this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I will have a chance to talk to him on Tuesday.
We didn't give up too many.
And our apologies to Coach Dozier and family and the Leonard Tiger faithful.
And he went on another tear this game. Talk about his impact and what he means to this team.
I wish we could get this. I'm so sorry to the Leonard Tiger fans.
We're able to,
Well,
yeah, unfortunately, we're just having some of that difficulty. Yeah, we're so far up in the press box.
he gets a handshake. We saw that.
All right.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to bring that to you, and most of it we did. So we'll bring Malin back up here to recap this and sign off. Where was I? I think it was a 65-yard touchdown from LeCook to Summers that gave Leonard a 28-16 lead with 7:49 left to go in the third. Holliday from their own 31 drove 4 plays and turned it over on downs. Leonard from the plus 36 had only 36 yards to go and did so on 4 plays. And again, it was LeCook from the 6-yard line that took it over. That extended the lead 35-16. This thing looked like it was just about over with 4:25 left to go in the third. But Holliday, being Holliday, from their own 7-yard line, drove 2 plays and 93 yards, and 91 of it came on a Landon Jones to Whitley touchdown. And that made the score 35-27 with 3:40 left to go in the third. But Leonard went on a huge drive of 8 plays and 75 yards, capped off by a 16-yard touchdown from LeCook to Summers again. And that made it 41-22 with 10:32 left to go in the game. Holliday with 10-19 from their own 27 drove 4 plays and answered right back with a Hamill 3-yard touchdown to make it 41-28 with 8:59 left. Leonard went into clock killing mode from their own 30, drove 9 plays but turned the ball over on downs, gave it back to Holliday, who made it very interesting at the final portions of this game. From their own 24, they drove 7 plays and scored on a 3-yard touchdown from Landon Jones to Brady Jones, and that made it a one-score game after the 7-play, 76-yard drive, 41-34 with 2:26 left, and that eventually became our final score here from C.H. Collins Athletic Complex. Ed Meacham.
What a ball game. Really entertaining. Again, just quickly recapping, first quarter really belonged to Holliday. We thought, well, goodness, some of the things that were factors in this were the penalties in the first half. Holliday was moving the ball methodically down the field, and 4 holding penalties negated those gains, but then it was all about Leonard football, and the Tigers really took control of this game, certainly in the second and third quarters, and then middle of the fourth, again, took a pretty massive control of it, but did give up some big chunk plays, an inadvertent touchdown, and it makes it interesting. But what a fun game. What a fun game to call.
It was a fun game to call from start to finish. You know, playoff games are so much fun, and
yeah,
I'm upset that you're not going to be able to be here next week.
Well, should I call my mother-in-law and say I can't make it?
It's just Thanksgiving.
Well, it's just Thanksgiving and a pending divorce. I think I'll keep my wife. The old saying goes, it's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, I guess that is the same.
Yeah. Anyway, I will be listening in. I promise you that, my friend.
Maybe if it's not on Thursday night, hopefully there's a possibility Justin White can rejoin us. If it's a Friday night game.
If it's a Saturday game, I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's tell them that they can't play on Friday nights now.
Yeah.
At least
Saturdays.
Leonard's.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick timeout, let Malin get up here, and then we're going to wrap this thing up and say goodnight. And I have sent Malin's locked out. Yeah, I just got a text that he's locked out. So
we'll wrap up and get down there real quick.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick timeout. Maybe you can go find him.
I'll do it.
We'll be right back right after this.
Is it time for an oil change? Just swing by Circle Star Quick Lube, located at 296 Northwest Highway 69 in Leonard, Texas. Circle Star Quick Lube can not only service your oil change needs, but also can help you with tires, alignments, and even full mechanic work. Local owners Robert and Peggy Damesworth invite you to stop by Circle Star Quick Lube or call them at 903-587-3600. Ask for Victor or Heath. Visit them on the web at circlestarquicklubeandtire.com. Also, stop by Circle Star on Monday evenings for Bible study at 6 p.m. Circle Star Quick Lube. At 360 Broadband, you can experience the 360 difference. It's high-speed network that spans both urban and rural areas, ensuring you stay connected no matter where you are. Whether streaming, working, or gaming, experience seamless connectivity with 360 Broadband. We're located right here on US 69 in Leonard, and you can call us with local 24/7 support at 855-328-5099. Experience unlimited data with a 30-day money-back guarantee. 360 Broadband proudly supports the Leonard Tigers.
If your home or business could talk, what would it say? It may say it would like some privacy or security. Enjoy the beauty and durability of quality fencing from MTE Fence. MTE Fence is a local company specializing in commercial and residential fencing. MTE Fence ranges from wood, aluminum, and chain link fencing. MTE Fence services all of Grayson County and surrounding areas. Go to mtefence.com or call 903-686-9039 for an estimate. MTE Fence has a passion for connection. We are your connection for quality.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your How State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Welcome back. We're going to wrap this one up. Ed Meacham, Monty Walker, along with Malin Walker. 41-34, our final score tonight. Leonard advances to the area championship round. We do not yet know when, where, but we're going to try to find that out fairly quickly. I did send Justin Dozier a message. I haven't received anything back yet. He's got better things to do than to look at his phone right now.
Absolutely. Have him call your people.
Yeah. So, Ed, we've kind of combed through this about as much as we can. Let's wrap this one up. Final thought.
Yeah, final thoughts is that the Tigers are for real, gang. Fans enjoy this ride. It's been great. And looking forward to hearing next week with another Tiger win.
And thoroughly enjoyed this. Thanks to Circle Star Quick Lube and 360 Broadband for allowing us to enter your living rooms or wherever you may be listening to our broadcast of Leonard Tiger football. We will do our absolute best to bring it to you again next week, wherever that is. And Malin's locked out, but I think they're trying to find him. I know where he is, but they don't know where he is. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this one up. For Ed Meacham, for Malin Walker, thank you all for being a part of this. We'll see you next week, hopefully. So long, everybody.
Go Tigers!
You've been listening to Studio 42. The full replay of the game will be available within minutes on this same link on YouTube. Brought to you by
Circle Star Quick Lube of Leonard, 360 Broadband,
MTE Fence.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all. Are they doing?